You to get ready to move because the Rockets' new generation is joining us live in studio, bringing their magic to a medley of classic hits. And that means you want to grab your auntie, grab your best friend, and get your jazz on.
I was about to say the aunties and the uncles are taking over, or at least they're coming over to our house tonight, and we are there for that. And of course, with Mother's Day just around the corner, we need to start preparing to show some love and some appreciation. And we've got some great gifts that will help you spoil, I think, the most important woman in our life. And I say that, yes, I'm well aware our partners are still number one, okay, but no, we know our moms, regardless, they really do occupy a special place in our hearts. And perhaps they're a massive fan of the Rockets, and you can start already celebrating a little bit with them. In fact, we want to take you back there. We know the Rockets' new generation are going to be bringing the classics back today, as they only can do. So we wanted to put it to you, which old school track instantly takes you back? And who were you dancing with when it played? Take yourself back there, relive that moment. Even share a little excerpt from that song. We'd love to hear a voice note from you, 063-036-9649. That is the number to use. Almost memorized it. You can start writing it down and memorizing it yourself. But we, yes, do, as we always say, have some official duties to get through as well. So let's get into those news and sporting headlines, then the fun can begin.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, let's dive into official duties, starting with national headlines. Now, 3 police constables reported missing while traveling from Bloemfontein to Polokwane have been confirmed among 5 bodies discovered near the Henops River in Centurion. Now, the officers, Keo Mogetswe Base, Boipelo Senoge, and Bebkulu Linda, were identified by family, and the vehicle they traveled in remains unaccounted for. And a 4th body was identified as a Littleton police station clerk. And the 5th, already decomposed, has not yet been linked to the group. Now, Police Commissioner Fani Masemola confirmed the details, though the investigation is still ongoing. And next up, South Africa's 2025 Easter weekend saw a major drop in road crashes and deaths, with incidents decreasing from 209 to 141, and fatalities are down from 45.6% from 307 to 167. Now, all provinces showed improvements except Mpumalanga and the Eastern Cape. Now, Mpumalanga's deaths rose by 27.3%, and authorities credit the reduction to early communication campaigns, joint planning, and strong law enforcement. Now, the It Begins With campaign launched in March and has shown results aligning with the broader national trend of declining road accidents. Well, moving to international headlines, and 3 Indian nationals were arrested in Ghana on charges related to a long-running gold smuggling syndicate. Now, the suspects, aged 22, 35 and 42, pleaded guilty and await a 12th of May court hearing. Now, authorities say the ring operated for over a decade, moving large quantities of gold illegally. And the arrests followed a raid in Kumasi, where the suspects had converted a residence into an illicit gold trading center. Now, Ghana recently launched Gold Bod to regulate small-scale mining and curb gold smuggling. Well, interesting stuff happening in our skies as Amazon has launched 27 internet satellites into low Earth orbit for Project Kuiper and its $10 billion global broadband plan. Now, the project, aiming to rival Elon Musk's Starlink, will eventually deploy 3,236 satellites. While Starlink holds a strong lead, Amazon's launch marks a major step in its bid to serve consumers, businesses, and governments worldwide. And announced in 2019, the project reflects Amazon's bold push into the satellite market. And Executive Chair Jeff Bezos remains confident, saying that there's insatiable demand for internet and enough sky for both rivals. Now, finally, in this news bulletin, monkeying around. Now, this has always meant acting carefree or mischievous, and now science has given it a delightful twist. Now, researchers from the University of California and the Max Planck Institute have found that all 4 great ape species, orangutans, chimps, bonobos, and gorillas, have a sense of humor. And their teasing behavior, much like humans, joke and include surprises, persistence, and attention-seeking antics. Now, think of toddlers pulling cheeky stunts, only a bit hairier. And the study published in Proceedings of the Royal Society B suggests humor may have evolved in our lineage millions of years ago. Now, it's not just monkey business, it's science. And in the Grand Family Tree, it turns out we're just one big, happy, funny, and occasionally mischievous bunch. Well, this definitely explains all the hair on my head of late, but listen, this is something we can all celebrate. Our evolution continues, and as we evolve into the rest of the headlines, here's the G-Man with the latest when it comes to all things sport.
Well, from that live feed from our studio, we now move to footballing action from last night. And Ousmane Dembele's early strike gave Paris Saint-Germain a 1-0 win over Arsenal. That was, of course, in their Champions League semi-final first leg. So PSG impressed in that first half and made all the difference. So while Arsenal did push hard after the break, but couldn't find that vital breakthrough. So the French champions now take that narrow lead into the return leg in Paris. Now we turn to cricket, and Tasman Brits hit a brilliant 108 before retiring hurt, sadly, with cramp, as South Africa fell agonisingly short, 15 runs short in their ODI against India in Colombo. So he returned late in the innings, but was dismissed by spinner Sneh Rana, who took 5 wickets, in fact, to help India clinch their second win of the series. Then we turn to rugby, and plenty to get excited about. Riley Norton will captain the junior Springboks up against Argentina in Thursday's Under-20 Rugby Championship opener in Gqeberha. So head coach Kevin Foote named a very strong 23, including Blitzbok, Gino Cupido, and then SA Under-18 captain Setu Enebelele. And Foote praised the squad's energy at the moment and expects SA to put up a fierce challenge and get a fierce physical challenge from the young Pyomitas. Now, of course, the IPL is heating up, and the Kolkata Knight Riders, they posted a massive 204 for 9 thanks to a quick-fire knock from Gurbaz Nareen and Rugbananchi. And Delhi Capitals, they looked strong in their reply at 136 for 3, but Sunil Nareen had other plans. His 3 key wickets, including Axar Patel and Tristan Stubbs, turning the game on its head. Then Varun Chakravarti also struck late as KKR held on for a 14-run win. We're going to get into some of that IPL action with Robbie in just a moment, but right now, let's get you prepped for the Wednesday with the weather ahead.
Nicely done, G-Man. And yes, let's take our first look at the world of weather. Now, very cold, wet and windy conditions are sweeping across the southern Namakwa district in the Northern Cape and parts of the Western Cape. Now, this is including the Cape Winelands, the Central Karoo and Little Karoo. Now, the South African Weather Service has also issued a yellow level 2 warning for disruptive rain in the northeastern parts of KwaZulu-Natal, where localized flooding and damage to mud homes are expected. Now, a level 1 warning is also in place for the southern and northern parts of the Cape, where severe thunderstorms may bring heavy small hail and flooding in low-lying areas. Well, firstly, this is one of my favorite parts of the morning, the sunrise view of the hour. And yes, we get to celebrate a beautiful shot indeed, all the way from the Vaal. And this is from Priscilla. And I believe this Vaal is very much loaded up at about 105 to 120% currently. But it's looking so peaceful and so serene right now, Priscilla. Thank you for this incredible shot. So many colors to get exploring in and just get captivated in. I absolutely love it. So again, a reminder, Mzansi, share this one with us. Share your sunrise view from wherever you are. The number is 063-036-9649, and we'll do it all again in the next hour. For now, though, here's your first chance to take a look at the temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
sport is very confusing at the moment, which is why we need Robbie Gillette here to explain to us. Because he plays sport, he loves sport. No, the IPL has been insane this year. And we thought it was going to be the batsmen, and the bowlers were like, no. So it's...
And it started that way as well.
Exactly. And then now we've got a 14-year-old hitting a 35-ball century. So yes, Robbie will explain everything in the IPL to us in just a moment.
Absolutely. And then we have an award-winning chef coming through this morning to serve us on our conundrums. Goes by the name of Jared Millamid, and he's someone that is going to serve us pastries like no other. If you thought you loved pastries, stick around because you're going to have a new appreciation for what goes into all this goodness. So,
best in the land.
Apparently, yeah. We get to find out firsthand.
And he is here. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it dialed in. We're going to talk a little cricket, and the IPL has not disappointed this year. The Kolkata Knight Riders kept their playoff hopes alive with a crucial 14-run win over the Delhi Capitals yesterday, thanks to another match-winning spell from Sunil Narine. So after setting a massive 204, KKR held their nerve in a pretty tense chase, with Narine and Chakravarti playing some key roles in dismissing Delhi's middle and lower order. I came out of the gates thinking, Mr. Robbie Gillette, that the batsmen were going to dominate in the IPL because we were just seeing kind of, and a lot of South Africans featuring in those innings, but the bowlers seem to have brought balance. But if you had to look at the IPL in general, we've had the discoveries of young talent, we've had the older senior statesmen shining, we've had new players blood in, careers rebirthed. This is what the IPL is about, yeah?
It is, and you say it like, if we look at it, in the beginning, it was, I made a video saying, actually, who would want to be a bowler at the IPL?
Oh.
The economy rates, if you were going to 10 and over, which is actually not great. If you're going to 10 and over, you actually had a pretty good game.
Yeah, you might have won the game for them, yeah.
Anything under 10, you were like, okay, we got something good here. And now all of a sudden it's sort of switched, and the bowlers are coming right, and it's really had it all. This IPL, and it's every day. It's every single day. There's a new storyline, a new 14-year-old that's come out.
I don't think any of us have wrapped our head around it. What I'm loving is it's also a stadium filled with people every single day. There is appetite to consume, and I think we understand where this fits into the ecosystem. Kudos for India for, I think, putting a rung in the developmental ladder that wasn't there before, because now you get young players, like 14-year-old players, sharing a change room with the best in the world. When we look at some of the standout players from yesterday, Sunil Narine seems to have that head about him. For these players to be bled into the game under that kind of pressure in front of 100,000 people, to be able to deliver like that, it's like something in the water there. That's crazy, man.
You know, he's also not a guy who's particularly consistent, but he comes out in like really big moments, which I think is why he's so sought after in the IPL. He's a guy who's, you know, like yesterday, opens the bat in and comes in, and I think he's just given a license, like, just have a crack.
Just go, yeah.
Just smash it. So came out the blocks, firing massive sixes, hits a long ball, and then he's bowling as well. He's so experienced as well, so he's been in these games and he's played in high-pressure moments, so which allows him to perform. It's his clutch moments that he comes right in. So I often say, like, generally he's not...
Yeah.
He's not that
But if you had to ask someone to put down on paper a player you want there to go into the knockouts, to go into those crunch moments, he would certainly be on that. How do you coach players like that in the IPL? If you look at the way the Delhi Capitals approached their chase yesterday, because you need to give the players license to go and do what they do, but you still have to have some kind of overarching goal and system and kind of mindset. What did you make of their approach?
You know, it's funny. Actually, they were speaking to Kevin Peterson just before their timeout, their strategic timeout, and they were saying, "What are you going to say to them in the strategic timeout?" I think it was after the first power play, 6 overs, and he was like, "Well, I can't coach these. Nothing I say now is going to improve their game. Like, they know exactly what to do." Delhi, they started strong. They started really strong, and then, in the middle overs, sort of a couple of quick wickets, and they lost wickets in clusters, which I think broke them. And Narayan, the lead in that. So, they struggled a little bit, and I thought they were going to maybe come right, but no, it didn't quite happen for them.
When we look at the impact of bowlers, I mean, I love the fact that when you bring it back to the SA20, we've got spin bowlers opening in pars. Something has shifted.
20 overs.
And I think with Kolkata, they hit that wall. There was something about the slow bowling that's been exposed. How do they approach that differently? What could they have done better in there? Because they came out the gates beautifully as well. But how do you build momentum? And okay, albeit most of these guys can hit it out of the stadium, but it's a completely different mindset. Suddenly the shift has to be all on you to build that momentum and that pace.
I think what they did, and we speak about the middle overs, they got key wickets. So they got Axel Patel, who's an incredible hitter, and then Tristan Subs. We know all about Tristan Subs and how he can hit cricket balls. So they got key wickets in those middle overs with big hitters. So you think Tristan Stubbs didn't get runs, but if he gets a start, the game looks a little bit different, especially with momentum. They got Faf out, and Faf's just, he's like a fine wine, isn't he? He's just aging, not just his cricket, but...
Well, the thing, and we might lose him to India, dude. He is a superstar there, and I think he understands. He's embraced that. What does this mean for Kolkata? What does this mean in the bigger picture? Kind of set the scene for us now moving into the playoffs.
Well, it keeps their playoff hopes alive, which is nice and obviously a positive thing. But what I think it will do for them is that Delhi Capital side's a really good side. And for them to win that game, really high pressure at this time, it shows that they can step up. So maybe they're peaking at the right time, heading into playoff season. It's going to do them really good. Like, the confidence levels there will probably be a bit high, and you want a guy like Narayan firing it sort of towards the back end.
And it is. There's kind of like two momentums here. You need the team to be gelling and feeling it, and you need those individual players to play inside and outside the box, because it is that kind of sevens unforgiving mentality where you need players to have the freedom to express themselves, but there still needs to be a bigger picture. Who's going to take the IPL this year?
Oh, I like Mumbai. I like Mumbai Indians because I like Ryan Rickle. They got to back a South African to win. Also like Delhi. But I think Mumbai Indians or RCB are in the mix there.
Are in the pound seat, and we love the fact that the South Africans are featuring just about every news story. And of course, Robbie's been handling the sporting news for us, and absolutely loving it, dude. Thank you so much for your input and staying awake all night and getting up at 4 in the morning for us as well. But that's what it requires to be a fan of sport. Now, loving the IPL this year, the batsmen, the bowlers both delivering, and the South Africans putting their hands up.
Robbie Gillette coming through, giving us all the goods, and I'm so appreciative of you, buddy. Thank you so much. Always getting us excited for the matches ahead, and especially with so much incredible sport to look forward to. We salute you, buddy, and we absolutely appreciate you. And hopefully you can appreciate us, Mzansi, because we're going to plug you in something good this morning, be it in the form of winning. And that's if you play the Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 for 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Wednesday. So we don't want you to miss out. We want you to play the Lotto for an estimated 28 million rand. There's the Lotto Plus 1 for 2 million rand and the Lotto Plus 2 for 14 million rand. It's happening today. Lots of millions up for grabs, but you got to do the following. You have to buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. It's really that simple. And we made it even easier by putting these details on our Expresso social media pages, so you can go check it out right now and make sure you get yourself yourself in the running to win big. And that's only when you play the Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 for 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. So all you got to do is play now, and this could be a huge day for you and your wallet. Now, it's another huge day for your belly because we got Jared in the building. We're going to be talking to him about all his award-winning pastries. Hey, what's happening? The man's ready in the kitchen. I see he's already got the ingredients out there. And we're going to find out all about what's putting pastry on the upper echelons of the list of food this morning. And we're starting off with a decadent, rich, delicious chocolate cake. I can't wait. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you around the corner.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back as your feel-good breakfast show, and things are going to be feeling really good, especially for your belly, where we talk about this next stellar star, crowned Pastry Chef of the Year for 2024 and the winner of Patisserie of the Year for 2025 at the prestigious Lux Awards. We are talking about Jared Melamed. He's a visionary behind La Tarte and a patisserie that's captivating taste buds and setting bold new standards in South Africa's dessert scene. Now, let me tell you, Jared is here to uncover the story behind his sweet success, his creative process, and how he's turning indulgence into an art form. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jared! Yes! How you doing, bro?
Yeah, good on you. As I was saying to you, I didn't know Cape Townians rose so early.
Yeah, there's another world out here, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Sometimes I still see people coming back from the club when I'm going to work.
Really?
So, well done.
It's not me, huh?
Listen, bro, this is incredible stuff. Obviously, from winning a Pastry Chef of the Year and now Patisserie of the Year for 2025, the last 2 years have been incredible for you, man.
Yeah.
Big stamp of approval for you?
So I think both awards go hand in hand. You know, if you win something like Pastry Chef of the Year, I think you've got to sort of prove your work. Like, your work should speak for you, you know. So to win like a Patisserie of the Year 2025, they go hand in hand. You have to, like, prove your worth, for me at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I tried to do. I don't know what's next year, but we'll try
What else
something.
can we win,
Yeah,
man?
we'll try something, huh?
Well, look, I'm glad that you pushed through and you got the goods. Obviously, like, it feels like you had to win that.
Yeah.
But how did you find out that you had this love for pastry? I mean, was there like a meal that you just tucked into and you were like, oh my word, I need to make this for the rest of my life?
Do you know, I've always like gravitated towards the sweeter side of things. I'm hot food too, but I landed in Barcelona when I was 16, like literally 16 years old, and I went to this market and they had all these desserts. It was like a Spanish market in Barcelona. They had all these like custard tarts and beautiful stuff I'd never seen before. And I tasted one. I was like, this is bang on the money. Let's do this. And then from then on, I just trained the palate, traveled, and that's how it started.
That's incredible how much impact a flavor and a taste can have on someone. And I think
Vanilla.
that just speaks to the experience of what food can do for us. La Tarte, though, obviously an incredible space. You are literally serving out your dreams there, as we've now found out. How did this really start? How did it come from an idea to brick and mortar to serving the people?
So it started on a Wednesday evening. I'd been overseas for a very long time, and I'd always wanted to have a dessert shop, patisserie. I'm a patissier, so that's generally what we do. And I said to myself, it's enough now. Enough procrastinating. It's time to start slow. And that's what I did. I rented a little kitchen, a ghost kitchen, and Le Tart was born. And the next day I had myself making tart shells and doing the MEP, the prep. And here we are today.
Well, listen, that's a story that I want to dive a little bit more into, because I think there's a lot of people out there that have a similar passion to you, that might be inspired by what you do today, especially after they see what you can do in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They might want to also recreate these incredible steps that you have. Was it quite daunting starting that for the first time? I mean, renting and wondering, are people going to show up? You know, you got to like invest quite a bit. How do you get through that hurdle?
Look, you got to roll the dice, huh?
Yeah.
You have to. You got to roll the dice at some point. You got to take a gamble. I think generally, like, I was scared in the beginning. Like, is this going to work? I knew I would get to this point. It might sound arrogant, but I knew I'd push to this level. You know, push to where I am pushing out stuff I want to push out, and giving the customers, especially the South Africans, the desserts they deserve. You know.
Yeah.
Instead of what sometimes is out there, I want to bring France to this country and put us on that map as the gold standard of pastry.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
If you look at the like flavor influences that we have in this country, I think we could come up with such magic.
Yeah.
So for you, when we're talking about, let's say, pastry in general, is there sort of like a goal for you in terms of what you're wanting to create for the people? Is it the experience? Is it the flavor? Or you're just kind of listening and giving that feedback constantly in terms of how you're creating it? Because there's a fine line where it becomes food and that food suddenly starts to turn into art.
Yeah.
What is your perception on that, man?
So I think in general, when you speak of French patisserie pastry, you know, it's more, it should appeal to the eye, and then it should appeal even more to the palate. So for me, it's about creating something that's as visually appealing as it is when you taste it. I think it should taste better than it looks. And that's what I strive to do. From whatever I create, whatever recipe I write, I think from a taste point of view, you should go, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But also, it should captivate you to say, I want to buy that. I don't mind, I'll spend 500 Rand on that, just give it to me. That's the goal.
I love that, man. And maybe a little crazy question for you, because this world is insane. Do you have like a favorite like dessert or pastry? And is there one also on the polarity of that that's like really overrated and we should like stop worrying about?
Okay, I'm going to start with the overrated point.
Yes.
I probably might get a lot of slack for this, but I think macarons are very overrated.
Hey, man, I agree
There
with
we
you,
go.
bro.
Huh?
Come
They're
on.
like a dime a dozen.
It's dime a dozen. We've seen all the colors.
Enough,
We've tasted
huh?
all the flavors. Let's push the boundary now, all right?
And the French will probably lynch me after the show.
They're gonna come for
waiting
you.
outside with
And if you could, top of the list?
for me, it's a pan suisse.
What is that?
It's like it's viennoiserie, so it's a laminated dough
Yeah.
that's folded, and inside is custard and chocolate.
Oh, my word.
That's-
Say no more, man.
Yeah.
This might be the thing that turns me into a pastry chef.
If we had more time, I'd make it, yeah, but it's like a 3-day process.
Oh, look, we've got enough time with you, and we're going to explore quite a bit. I know we're making so many incredible things. We've got that chocolate cake up first, right?
Yeah, this cake's got a lot of history. It's more of like a tart, but it comes from the Hotel de Crillon
Yeah.
in France. It's like an 18th century palace. It's beautiful.
Bro, if I had to ask you this, because obviously we've got the awards, we're creating incredible flavors and experiences. Is there a next? Is there a vision for the future for you? Is it just kind of sustaining what's going on right now?
So next, I want to open up a store in Joburg. I want to open up a store in Cape Town.
Franchise.
I don't know about franchise. I'd like
Okay.
to keep my finger on the pulse.
All right.
You know, where I can control that quality, you know?
Yes.
I know with a lot of franchises, you sell them off, and it's like,
Comes a numbers game.
do you know what I mean? I'm about quality and that service and the true art behind French pastry. You know, that beautiful flavor all the time, the consistency. It's easy to make a dessert. It's not easy to be making desserts consistently on a 10 out of 10 level, you know?
So essentially what you're saying is we're going to have to clone you.
Come with me, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. But listen, Mzansi, Jared's obviously not going anywhere. We get to look forward to deliciousness like no other. And we're heading to the kitchen first to do exactly that. And I hope your belly is ready for it.
Yes, okay, so I'm going to ask the team to start cloning Jared, please, if you can. I don't know how long that process is going to take, but we need another version of him. Why? Because I got to welcome you to the culinary hotline. Bling, ding, ding, ding. Gotta have it with the base. It is a Wednesday, and you know what that means. Delicious, feel-good recipes coming your way, and we are leveling up today. On the menu, we've got something truly special. A chocolate cake, but probably the best chocolate cake any of us have ever tasted. Not just any chocolate cake. This will be one made by none other than award-winning pastry chef Jared Melamed. And I love the fact that when you play in the French pastry aisle, you are dealing with the most modern cusp of the culinary arts, and then our own cloned Jared. Are you going to be as good as the first version of Jared? Because he was pretty good, man.
I think you can do better than me.
Oh, really?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
First of all, we love you, Guy. And I was just explaining to our viewers, you've got a room full of viewers now joining us as well, and they are so grateful to have you here because French pastry, it's kind of the tip of the spear. I use that analogy a lot because it's where most of the, or a lot of the magic is happening right now.
Yeah.
But it also leans on centuries of compound knowledge.
Exactly.
What a beautiful space to play in. So that being said, no pressure when you start cooking a cake that's a couple of centuries old. So talk us through how we put this beauty together. You said not quite a chocolate cake, almost drifting into another lane.
For me, this is, so French love chocolate and they love any cake. So for me, this is probably the best chocolate cake I've ever had. And I'm privileged to make because it comes from an 18th century palace called, it's actually where Marie Antoinette lived with King Louis XVI. And they were, beheaded outside this from Place de la Concorde. So this is the hotel where it comes from, and that used to be their home. And this cake has been on the Hotel de Crayon's offering for ages. And when you taste it, it's a texture bomb.
Would it be crass to say, let them eat cake?
There we go.
It would be a little bit.
It would be a little
bit. Now is your chance to ask Jared any questions. He is here for you. Please join in on the discussion. You can WhatsApp any questions you have, 063-036-9649. You can even place some orders if you want. No, we're not selling directly from the kitchen. You can go to his beautiful establishment. But let's dive right in. Where do we begin?
So we're going to go in with, we're going to melt our butter, our chocolate, and our sugar all in the double boiler. You can do it in a microwave too.
Okay, wow.
So if you don't have a double boiler, just pop it in, but do it like 30 minutes at a time. 30 seconds at a time.
Sure.
30 minutes, you're going to have rocks. 30 seconds at a time, just make sure it's melted. Once we finish that process, we're going to start adding eggs.
Okay.
So do you want to help me? Do you want to do this with me?
I'm here for you, my friend.
My sous chef.
I'm here. Unfortunately, there's a ban against cloning me, so this is all you got, dude. This is all you got. But what do you need from me?
So we're going to go in with our butter. So I'm sure the guys are going to give you, well, the viewers, the recipe. I think that's the plan. So if we can get this cake or this tart into homes in South Africa, we're winning.
Champion, yeah. And you can go to expressoshow.com to cook along with us right now.
Exactly.
And please do, man. Don't be intimidated.
Don't be.
All of it.
All of it.
Take it.
And then to make it easy at home, you can chop the chocolate with a knife, but we have time on the show, so we're going to do it like this. We're just going to wing it, huh?
What is key here when you are playing with something that has been tried and tested by the best pâtissiers in the world? How do you improve on that? How do you make it, or do you?
It's consistency. You've got to know your craft. You have to be committed to your craft and follow recipes. That's the truth. Especially in French pastry, if you cut corners,
it's just not going to happen.
You're going to see the skid marks on the road, you know? That's the truth. So be true to yourself and understand the process.
That being said, what then differentiates you? How do you start to set yourself apart, as you have now within the ecosystem?
Keep pushing. Just keep pushing the limits. And be a sponge, no matter what. Just be a sponge. You're never too old or too clever or too good to learn.
It just looks so beautiful, man. I love it. So
we're gonna turn this into a nice emulsion. We're going to get this down. Just watch, it's hot. Huh? If you burn me, I hope you have a first aid kit. Huh?
We'll just make another one of you, dude. Now that we know we can, dude. We might actually keep you in the cold room. Yeah.
Let's just make desserts all day.
We joke about taking orders, but at some point we're going to find a row of cars or food trucks or something. And I've been talking about us doing our own little food truck festival because we play in the space where I think we break down the stigma around cooking, and especially baking, where it is a bit more intimidating because you've got to play by the rules. And I think that does scare a lot of people. But there is something beautiful. It's like playing jazz. You earn the right to then play.
Correct.
Does it feel like that to you, that you've got to pay your dues before you can start kind of tweaking the big boys?
I think before you start playing with recipes, understand what you're playing with, you know? Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
like before you start changing something, make sure you can understand it, and if you change something, make sure it's for the better.
There we go.
Don't just change it for the sake of adding pepper or salt, you know. If you add salt, make sure it makes the dish better.
And that's your palate.
Yes, well, exactly.
And that's okay. You're allowed to have your palate and what you love and what you like.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. If you like something, do it.
Oh, man. I'm so excited about what's coming. This is the most beautiful, as Carl always said, unctuous mixture developing in the bowl here. Why is it essential to do this? What is this going to bring to the overall effect?
So we want to, this cake is, it's like, if South Africans can't go to France, we're going to bring France to South Africans. This cake, the French love chocolate. And anything with a chocolate tort or cake, a gâteau de chocolate is their favorite. So this is why I wanted to give it to you. And we melt down the chocolate and the sugar just so we can incorporate those eggs into it. Because it's flourless, and I've given this recipe to you guys on purpose, because Capetonians are gluten-free, let's be honest. Everyone's gluten-free, yeah.
Gluten-free, UV-free.
Exactly.
It's what we like, man.
So I've given this, and I think it's simple, but it's all about ratios, this dessert. It's all ratios. So there's a specific amount of eggs that make it a bit custardy. There's a specific amount of sugar, and the batter is 227 to 227, so it's 1:1. It's quite on paper difficult, but when you do the process like this,
once you actually break it down,
it's easy.
Is that the key? Because you've got to take. I mean, you've got a production line to run. We were joking about it earlier.
Yeah.
As much as, yes, you are a purist and a traditionalist, which is a beautiful thing, you've still got a business to run, and you've got to fit in the lines when you are running your business. How many pressure points a day do you hit when you've got to create these things? I want to say en masse, but you've got to produce, man. Look, what's the toughest part of your day? We
produce a lot of desserts a week. We're doing over 1,000 desserts a week. I do consulting at the same time for some big establishments, you know, and when my staff and I, and there's three of us, so myself included, we have to push out these numbers. It's quite scary, not only to push out the numbers, but to be consistent at it.
I was going to say, because there can't be one mistake, right?
No, and if there is, like I'm walking through, we have a section like this, and I walk through and I'm watching everything before we send out. It's got to be perfect. There's like a whole production line, and it's fresh. We don't freeze anything. It's on the day or for the next day. So you always have to be so observant and on the ball. If you have too many coffees, something can happen. You miss something. Even if it's a little speck, for me, it's not good enough.
And completely, because I suppose it's the most unforgiving space. It's kind of like, you know, I heard someone say that being a hairdresser, for instance, is high pressure because you're stepping into someone else's personal space, into what they love the most, what they revere. And when it comes to classic music, when it comes to classic food, the French, you know that you're playing with something that is sacrosanct.
Exactly.
Well, that is looking amazing. Can we just put it in a mug and drink it?
I'd love to, yeah.
Hey?
We're going to end up with diabetes and high cholesterol.
No worries, I worked with Willie Harcourt Coos, who was...
amazing.
I was there with the revolution, the cacao revolution, and he would literally make, with kind of raw cacao just about, or like 90%, make a hot chocolate in the morning, but a dark chocolate, egg and chili, just absolutely beautiful flavors. And I like the fact that you can get quite nuanced with something that has been around for so long. So that's looking amazing. I am that guy who will always want to move ahead. How do you know it's ready to add the egg? What are you looking for specifically now?
We are actually looking for, we don't want to see lumps of butter. As you can see, it's ready to go.
It looks beautiful, man.
You can still see the sugar because it hasn't melted. We're going to take this off. It'll burn a little bit because that's okay. Let's get this off the heat.
Dude, for an award-winning, the best in the land pastry chef, you are like the most chilled-out brother that we've ever had in this kitchen, dude. Does that help? Does this facade ever drop?
No, it actually doesn't. I'm very chilled. I'm down to earth. I know where I come from, and I know where I'm going, so I just like to be in the kitchen and make stunning desserts, you know. And South Africans deserve it, so let's do it.
Thank you for saying that,
We deserve it.
Our consumers have had a hard ride, eh?
Yeah.
They really have. And I love
exactly.
the fact that you say it like that.
Wool shouldn't be pulled over their eyes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the best, and I hope they appreciate it as the best.
But you better appreciate it. Well, at least if you're eating in store, you better show your appreciation. Let's turn this little stove off here before we then have to actually clone you because we've run out of the original.
Okay.
Okay, now incorporate the eggs.
So I don't trust eggs in the morning.
Okay.
I just don't. It's been a story of my life. I don't play with eggs in the morning. After 12, I can crack eggs.
Okay.
So you are on the eggs, okay?
All right. Now, I don't trust eggs, man. What's not
They
to
roll
trust?
out of your hand, they fall, they have their own life in the morning. So that's the story.
And I just
go gooi them in one at a time. And we're going to do the eggs one at a time just to incorporate. Okay. This chocolate might be a bit hot, so as you're going in, just temper. Otherwise, you're going to have scrambled eggs.
All right, so as we temper, and I'm being
Otherwise you're going to raise
cognizant.
mine, huh?
I know, I can see. No, I promise you, he doesn't have a temper. We're going to push his buttons all morning. We're going to poke the bear, and I don't think we're going to get a reaction. This is coming together beautifully. We've added our first egg, and we are tempering. We're just taking our time with this. Little baby steps forward so we can get to a royal result at the end. A cake that is fit for a king and a queen because you deserve it.
Yeah, you definitely deserve that, and you deserve this right here behind me. We're talking about the Rockets' new generation coming through to perform, coming through to chat about the incredible year and season that they've had. And yes, the entire band is here. We've even got Drake on the keys. So come on, this band is elevated out here, Mzansi. You've got every reason to stick around. Don't go anywhere. And on top of this, we're also going to give you some perfect treats for Mother's Day. All the gifting ideas that you need and more. So don't go anywhere. We've got a stellar crew right behind me, ready to perform for you.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. The Rockets, a new generation, are here. They are lighting up the South African music scene, and we need them in our lives. They've got the most incredible, I'm going to say, genre-bending sound, electrifying performances. The stage presence is next level, and they've got a bold new vision that honors the past while, of course, charging boldly into the future. Let's give them a feel-good welcome. Oh, beautiful, Manuel. Can I call you the front man? Because I don't want the other gents to think that there's not a place for them up front. But you're the most front man that has ever front man, my brother.
The band and I'm sitting here alone.
No, you don't. You don't feel bad at all because you are that guy. Buddy, we love you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for bringing the boys together. The Rockets' new generation. Set the scene for us here. What's going on? Because there's a lot of history there, bro.
Most definitely, Graham. Thank you very much for having us here back again, once again.
We love it.
We were here, I think, a year ago. September 2023, we were a year ago. And the band rebranded after the leader, Mr. Jerry Watt, passed on. And fortunately for us, there was a couple actually in Northern Cape that decided, listen, you guys, seeing that you were the guys that walked the last mile with Mr. Jerry Watt, why don't we rebrand the name to the Rockets New Generation? And that's where we are here today, thanks to Fatima and Quentin there in Katu.
Thank you, Quentin. Thank you, Fatima. How did that feel? Because that must have taken you to a very raw, emotional place to have to go back into that.
Most definitely. You see, there's a lot of history with the old Rockets, or the original Rockets, as I might say, and we just had to build on that platform, as Jerry always had the saying that let the music play, and for us it was just all about the music. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less, only about the music.
Let's celebrate, let's honor, let's pay tribute, and also let's blood in and help those around us rise.
Definitely.
There seems to be about something magical about the collective that the Rockets used to represent, and what the new generation represent about bringing the music industry
Definitely.
up, introducing other generations
Yes.
to musical gold. How important is it to have this intergenerational connection to music?
Yeah, Graham, you see, the thing is, as the years went by, the music has evolved drastically compared to when it was years ago, many years ago.
Back when we used to have 5-minute songs.
Yes. And unfortunately, we had to build on this thing, the legacy that the Rockets had left us behind, to keep people on the dance floor, keep them dancing, keep them talking about the music, as the medleys that the JDM used to left us behind. And we are here now. We want to build on that with, it's like, we need to be versatile in our music, you see, because we need to balance old with the new, but we're not gonna dismantle the old, because the old school is still kicking in.
Well, it's the base plate. It's the launching pads that the
Definitely.
new get
Most-
to benefit from, on the wings of eagles,
Most
on the
definitely.
shoulders
On the
of
wings of
giants.
love.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of which, on the wings of love, a recent, very special
Yes.
occasion. Congratulations to you
Thank
and
you,
Tammy.
man.
Of course, a few people got to witness the proposal. Talk us through that moment,
Yeah,
my
it's
friend.
actually a deja vu moment for me now. I'm back here again. 12th December we were here, and I popped the question asking Tammy to marry me. And 9th November last year, we got married, and we are happily married.
Oh, I love that for you, man.
Thank
Because,
you.
oh, take a little look there. You can cry. This is a free space. I'm so glad that that circle has completed itself, just like the beautiful band on your finger. There is something so special about these moments, and it took me a while to cross that bridge as well, and now I value it so much. Well, how is life like? And there's, you can see our nature boy who's now recently engaged as well.
Yes.
So maybe you influenced more than your own little inner circle there, but how has life been like with the band on, my friend?
It's, Graham, it's actually very much wonderful, and we are evolving. From where we, as a band, where we were last year till now, we were extremely busy last year.
Brilliant.
Extremely, and I think it's due to the favor of God that's rest upon these guys and myself. And this year we're just gonna go higher.
And you work. And that's, I think, what people forget is the musicians who work the hardest get their kudos. They get their
Definitely.
flowers,
Yes.
as everyone seems to say in 2025. Are we going to see original music? Because I'm looking at a level of talent within this band, and obviously within the front man standing or sitting in front of me here. There is so much potential here, and we love the fact that you are this bridge between the old and the new, but we'd love to see some new music. Can we plant that
Most
seed?
definitely, we in the process of doing an EP.
Yes.
The next 2 to 3 months, we're gonna do some original music, but we don't wanna phase out the old school
No, you
stuff.
can't.
You know?
No, you've got a role to play. That being said, how do you choose your set? And I think I ask you this every time I see you, because you could go in any direction. What lights your fire as a band for the new generation of Rockets?
It's actually a very, it's a process. Once you get to the stage, you say we don't have a set list where we go and say, listen, yeah, this is XYZ we're gonna play. We have maybe a couple of songs that we say, no, this is the type of song that definitely is gonna work. But when we get there, we find out, oh my word,
It's just not landing.
we
yeah.
need to, that's the versatility of the band. Then we can shift. And then we play according, we see what the flow wants and what the audience wants, and we play according to what the crowd wants.
And
Keep
you
them
only,
happy.
you know, we talk about paying your dues in the culinary space with Jared. You only get to play around with the classics when you've paid your dues. And the Rockets certainly did that for a number of generations.
Yes.
And the Rockets' new generation is about to do it for a whole lot more generations. So
Yes.
we love you for
Thanks,
what you
Greg.
represent, my
Thank you,
brother.
boss.
Thank you so, so much. Yes, the Rockets' new generation are here. I want to say a little bit for us, but mainly just for you.
Yeah, just for you, Mzansi. And I think while we're at it, it's time to say thank you. And that's to Mom. Yes, because this Mother's Day, it's around the corner. We get to celebrate the incredible woman who raised us and with thoughtful treats that we know they will love but never buy for themselves. So Zoe Human and Megan Art are joining us in the studio to share more about their mothers and why they deserve to be treated like the queens that they are. And I'm going to ask G-Man to get in here as well because we're going to have a little bit of fun over this one. But before we even get into anything, let's chat about your moms, obviously. Are they like the kind of moms that enjoy like sweet treats? Or are they more of like a pastry fan? They prefer like Jared's or spicy?
All of the above.
All of the above?
All of the above.
On
My
the
mom-
same dish? Like
Yes,
sweet and spicy
exactly.
and?
A little charcuterie board, if you will,
there we
of all
go.
the flavors. That's definitely my mom. My mom is fancy.
Mom, Zoe, and I think we've got a pic of Zoe's mom out here. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, hello,
Just
mommy.
basking,
Yes. Hello, Renee.
basking in the sun there. I see where you got the looks from.
The fire from her.
Oh,
You're
yes.
one of the fiercest
100%.
people in this building.
I even sent my mom the picture last night at like 8 p.m. and she also sent me another photo. She was like, can't you use that one instead?
A little bit spicy.
What's your mom's name, by the way?
Renee.
Auntie Renee. Hey, that's my
Auntie
second
Renee.
name. Nice. That's a beautiful name.
Oh, look at this team bonding here. Megs, tell us a little bit about your mother. Is she as creative and amazing as you? Did you get it
Yes.
from your mama?
Yeah, she like made my matric dance dresses from
No
scratch
ways.
in like
That's
a
cool.
week. So she's like crazy, like me.
Is
but
that
also,
you in your matric dance dress?
No, that's just the other night for my
That was just
birthday.
amazing. How nice. That is a beautiful compliment, and I love that. How tall is your mom?
She's little.
It's nicer on the shoulders.
What is your mommy's name?
Noreen.
Noreen. We love you, Noreen. Thank you for gifting us your daughter in our space because she saves us every day. Literally, I wouldn't be able to get dressed in the morning without you, so it's as simple as that.
I love this. Listen,
What's in the box, man?
before we get in the box, G, because I know you're excited, I need to ask you a question which will relate to the box a little bit
Okay.
later. Okay, so while we all have this opportunity, I want us to all use one word to describe our moms. And remember that word because we're going to need that word for later when we do play this game, all right? So, G-Man, you look like you might have an answer first. So I'm going to ask you one word, and this is the hardest part because you can only use one word. How would you describe your mom in one word?
Strong.
Ooh, I like that. Strong.
What's your mom's name?
Sue.
Sue?
Strong Sue.
Strong.
So unbelievably strong.
I love that, actually.
Yeah.
Meg, you got a word?
Selfless.
Selfless. Oh, these are great words.
I decided I'm going to use godly.
Godly, that is beautiful. I think I'm going to go with relentless.
And what's your mom's name?
Auntie Dawn.
Dawn. Relentless Dawn.
When you say auntie before, it sounds a little less hardcore. When you're like, I'm the relentless Auntie Dawn. So my strong mom and your relentless mom. It sounds like we're setting up for an MMA fight.
I
Dude.
love it. Okay, so we're done with the questions, so let's chat about the game and how it works, right? It's really simple. The game is called Guess It, the Mother's Day edition, and this is the
Okay.
challenge, right? We're going to be splitting into two teams. Myself and Zoe are going to go up against Graham and Megan, and those are your two teams for the day. But how it works is very interesting, right? So each of us has a box, and in this box there's a hidden Mother's Day gift. Now, one teammate has 30 seconds to describe the gift to their teammate without revealing what it is, and they have to guess what it is. But you have to incorporate the single word that you use to describe your mom in the description.
Okay.
So I don't know how I'm going to use my word. So just a
Oh, my
reminder,
word.
I think we can get started. G, maybe you and Meg can remind us what your words are, and then either of you can jump into the box and start the game.
Can we use synonyms, like words that are like it?
Ooh, well, it's kind of like 30 seconds, so all
Okay.
those rules apply. You can't,
Okay.
I don't think you can say it sounds like. I don't think you can make a rhyme.
No,
I don't think you can spell it out.
Sounds like long. But, okay.
Okay, so G-Man, you got to grab that box. You got to hide it from Meg so she doesn't
All right.
see it.
All
and then
right.
you've got 30 seconds to explain to her, while using your word strong, what's inside the
Easy
box.
word to use.
In
It
3,
is. I actually did myself a play with that one.
1, 30 seconds, let's go.
Oh, these are giving me a very strong sense of French culinary flavor. They are made out of chocolate. I don't think, well, there was a word In them, that is a bubbly kind of wine that we would drink.
Yes.
That comes from France, and then they are small.
10 seconds.
Often confused with mushrooms, but we eat them in chocolate form. So if you combine bubbly
Truffle.
wine,
Truffle chocolate.
and then
truffle.
and what bubbly wine?
Champagne.
There we go.
Whoa, is it on the buzzer? Oh,
Okay, can I show you?
Let's reveal it, yeah.
Okay, Mark prepared champagne
yum.
truffles.
Wow.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
There's so much pressure.
Wow. Well, Mick, that was quite hectic.
Man, I haven't played 30 seconds in a couple of years, and it's stressful, man. It is
That was
stressful.
intense.
Well
Can I
done.
go
mate.
again?
I reckon, Mick, you want to go, or should we go on our side?
you go one,
Okay,
and then
let's
we
go
go
on our
back,
side. Zoe, do you want to go, or should I go?
I can go.
Okay, you go
so much
first.
pressure.
And your word.
Yeah.
What was your word?
Oh,
Face.
Yeah.
Godly. All right,
talking about?
let's go. 30 seconds starts. 2, 1, let's go.
This is a divine creation. It's very godly. It's you can take it from the earth.
Take it from the earth?
It's a little
Okay.
prickly. It's a little prickly. It's a
Yeah.
plant.
Not a
like-
prickly pear, obviously.
No.
What's prickly? It comes from the earth.
You could like
You can eat it, right?
You can propagate it from someone else's.
Like a plant? We're talking a plant?
Yeah. And it's
rose.
It's an animal.
Roses?
Like a bird.
Oh, come on, man. What is this thing, Zoe?
It's a big bird.
What is it?
Come on, guys. How was I supposed to
Is
say
it
this?
a
Can I
cactus?
What
show
is
it?
it? Please show us.
It's
What?
It's a cactus. Hello.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
close,
This is so
we were
hard.
close.
So
That was
my
a
mom
good
would have loved
explanation.
this.
All right.
Thank you, I
Nick,
tried.
okay, I'm gonna go because we're running out of time. So
right.
30
Okay.
seconds starts.
Okay.
In 3,
Okay.
I'm gonna use the word resilient. 2,
Yeah.
1, let's go. Okay. We make this a lot. It's sweet. It's something you can put candles in and celebrate. And if you eat a lot of this, your resilience for sugar will go down, I think, actually. Or maybe it will go up.
Like a birthday cake?
Yes.
Like
But
a
just use the
Mother's
last
Day
word.
A cake?
Yeah, that's it. Yes! We
Well, I
got
kind
it.
of feel like you
But
got
listen,
the easy one there with
No,
the cake.
but look how
Made
cute this
for
one
us.
is.
That's
Perfect
very
mom
cute.
size. I mean, come on. Right, Big, you got to finish it
Okay,
up
break
here.
it down for me.
Okay.
Can you tie this
Okay, let's go.
to
Okay.
All right.
clocks on?
So, a selfless mommy will drink out of this in the morning.
It's a mug.
Yes,
Nice use
with
of your word.
that name on the mug.
Mom mug. It says, "I love you, mom."
Yeah, pretty close, whatever.
I love you,
and
mommy.
then,
I love you, mother.
and then I don't know how
it's
to.
got hot chocolate in it.
There's a treat in it, but it's like white stuff that's really chewy and yummy.
It's got a marshmallow in it. It's
But
got
similar to that, it's harder. It's-
nougat. It's got
Yes.
nougat in it. It's a hot chocolate mug with nougat in it. Come on. I mean, we had French
We treated
translations in
you.
ours. Okay, well done. Well done.
Listen, that's what it's about. I think it's all the vibes for Mother's Day. You can wrap mom in love this Mother's Day with foodie treats from Woolworths,
So difficult.
like you've seen right now, and you can shop it in store, online, or on the app. And you stand a chance to win a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card. You simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us what delicious food treat from Woolies are you spoiling your moms with this Mother's Day. And don't forget to use the hashtag Woolies Mother's Day in your competition answer. And a reminder, competition closes at midnight tonight, the 30th of April. Your T's and C's do apply. And officially, who's the winner, guys? I don't know. Can
I
we?
think our
mothers.
moms are the winner. No, I'm going to say
Okay.
we are the winners because of our moms.
Kudos
And I
to
think
them.
that every day, Mommy, I love you.
Yeah.
Listen,
love you.
can I take this cake for my
You can
Mother's
take
Day?
it. Mom's earned it. I think
think
we all
I'll
winners
take the
here.
cup.
And kudos to Mom and all the inspiration. We'll see you around the corner.
The mug.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code EXPRESSO for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, I'm Zanzi. Welcome back as your feel-good breakfast show, and an incredible show at that has been going for the last hour, and it's perfect timing. We're going to kick off with official duties once again for 7 a.m. and starting with national headlines. Now, a man has been arrested in connection with the Table Mountain fire that swept through Takai and Silvermine. Now, he was found near a blaze away from the existing fire line, and the wildfire, which began on Friday, remains uncontained, but no structural damage has been reported. Now, helicopters continue water bombing efforts while crews battle flames on the ground. And several roads remain closed in the South Peninsula, with traffic redirected from routes like Boys Drive to Kai Road and Swanswyk. On top of this, Okapseweg has been reopened. Well, sticking to national headlines, 3 police constables reported missing while traveling from Bloemfontein to Polokwane have been confirmed among 5 bodies discovered near the Henops River in Centurion. Now, the officers, Keo Mogetswe Base, Boyepelo Senoge, and Bekulu Linda, were identified by family. Now, the vehicle they traveled in remains unaccounted for, and a 4th body was identified as a Littleton police station clerk. Now, the 5th, already decomposed, has not yet been linked to the group, and Police Commissioner Fani Masamola confirmed the details, though the investigation is ongoing. Well, moving to international headlines, and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has vowed not to engage in trade or security talks with the US President Donald Trump unless Canada's sovereignty is fully respected. Now, following Trump's re-election and comments about turning Canada into America's 51st state, Carney said such rhetoric is unacceptable. And he secured a snap election win for the Liberal Party and emphasized any US-Canada engagement must be on Canada's terms. Now, Carney also stated he would only visit Washington for serious, respectful discussions and not political spectacles. Well, next up, 3 Indian nationals were arrested in Ghana on charges related to a long-running gold smuggling syndicate. Now, the suspects, aged 22, 35, and 42, pleaded guilty and await a 12th of May court hearing. Now, authorities say the ring operated for over a decade, moving large quantities of gold illegally. And the arrests followed a raid in Kumasi, where the suspects had converted a residence into an illicit gold trading center. Now, Ghana recently launched Gold Bod, and that was to regulate small-scale mining and curb gold smuggling. Now, finally, in this edition's wrap-up, we talk about a swamp, and it's something that's never been this sparkly. Yep, we're talking about the Shrek musical, and it's stomping onto the Milkwood Theatre stage in Durban North as the young performers project's first 2025 show, and it's big, it's green, and it's full of heart. And it's showing until the 4th of May. Now, audiences can expect ogres, donkeys, and fairy tale chaos. And this charming West End style production features a cast of 35 senior primary and high school learners, as well as post-matric students studying at the International School of Performing Arts, and an all-star production team. Now, together they turned Danville Park Girls High School's new 290-seat theatre into a quirky fairy tale kingdom. With sassy Fiona triplets and 2 Shreks sharing the spotlight, it's all layers, laughs, and love. With a fairy tale ending, of course, and a lot of reasons to get involved in that one. Absolutely look forward to that and the rest of the headlines. And here's G-Man with the latest when it comes to sport.
Let's start with our Champions League action from last night, and man of the moment, Ousmane Dembele's early strike giving Paris Saint-Germain a 1-0 win over Arsenal in their Champions League semi-final first leg tie. So PSG, they impressed in that first half. Arsenal did push hard after the break, but couldn't find a breakthrough. So the French champions now take that narrow lead into the returned leg in Paris. Now on to the IPL, and it's been amazing. Well, not the IPL, we'll get into that in a moment, but onto our international cricket, and Tasman Brits hitting a brilliant 108 before retiring hurt, sadly, with cramp. That as South Africa fell 15 runs short in their ODI against India in Colombo. So she returned later in the innings, but was sadly dismissed by spinner Sneh Rana, who took 5 wickets in her haul to help India clinch their second win of the series. And we move on to rugby, and Riley Norton will captain the junior Springboks up against Argentina. That's in tomorrow's Under-20 Rugby Championship opener in Gqeberha. So head coach Kevin Foote has named a very strong 23, including Blitzboek, Gino Cupido, and the SA Under-18 captain Setu Nabalele. And then Foote also praised that squad for their energy, and he's expecting some fierce challenges from a very physical Pumitas side. So it's going to be an absolute cracker, I think. Now we get to the IPL, and the Kolkata Knight Riders, they posted a massive 204 for 9, thanks to a quick-fire knock from Gurbaz, Narain and Raghuvanshi. So the Delhi Capitals, they looked strong in reply at one point at 136 for 3, but Sunil Narain also weighing in with 3 key wickets, including Axar Patel and our own Tristan Stubbs, and that ultimately turned the game. And Varun Chakravarti also struck late as KKR held on for a 14-run win to keep their playoff hopes alive. It is going to be an incredible knockout phase, but right now, hopefully the roads aren't too hectic. A couple of incidents to report on. Riles got the latest.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, many of you heading on the roads. Let's see how we can assist you. And we're starting off in Paul. Now, there is an overturned vehicle in the R301, and that's at Jan van Riebeek Road. Now, emergency services are on scene, so please approach the area with caution and plan your route accordingly. Now, from the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. And reporting from the world of weather, and we can expect very cold, wet and windy conditions which are sweeping across the southern Namakwa district in the Northern Cape and parts of the Western Cape, including the Cape Winelands, Central Karoo and Little Karoo. Now, the South African Weather Service has also issued a yellow level 2 warning for disruptive rain in the northeastern parts of KwaZulu-Natal, where localized flooding and damage to mud homes are expected. Now, on top of this, a level 1 warning is also in place for the southern Northern Cape, where severe thunderstorms may bring heavy small hail and flooding in low-lying areas. Well, from our weather news, let's dive into one of the favorite parts of the morning. It's our sunrise view of the hour. And we're off to KZN and viewing a shot by Pilisiwe. A beautiful shot indeed. 26 degrees Celsius is the weather you can expect. But it looks like we've got this moment just before the sun is about to rise up into the sky and give us a promise of a beautiful day. So Pilisiwe, thank you. This is a beautiful shot. I love the rolling hills in this one too. It just gives us that sense of freedom and being unshackled. So come again, bring it through. 1 more hour to go, and then we'll do it all again. The number's 063-036-9649. I'm talking about that sunrise view, so come share it with us so we can celebrate. And for now, it's time to take another look at the temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
For once, quite grateful in the shift in weather, certainly the wet weather down in the Cape. A massive kudos to the firefighters, the volunteers, and all those people who ran to support over the last few days fighting the fires in the Western Cape. Thank you so much. So I want to spread as much positivity as I can, and I'm going to do it through the Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 right now. Why? Because there is 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots up for grabs this Wednesday, so please don't miss out. If you play your Lotto, you could score 28 million rand. Lotto Plus 1 has an estimated 2 million million rand in the bag. Lotto plus 2, a further 14 million rand estimated today. So get your tickets. Go in-store with a big smile on your face. You can go nationallottery.co.za. You can go onto their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking app, or you can go old school. Dial *120 *7529# for USSD. Super easy. We'll make it even easier by keeping those details up on our social media pages. Check them out and make sure you put yourself in the running to win and win big with Lotto. Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. I would eat cake every day.
Bro, that's a lot of millions. The first thing I'd probably do, book a flight to KZN and go explore the magic that's out there, because Ayanda has been showing us such incredible adventures that you can take advantage of, and we're going to do exactly that. Plug you in on Ayanda and the rich history of KZN. She's going to be diving into it, exploring it, and sharing it with us.
I was lucky enough to go to boarding school in KZN for a few years of my life, and it was life-changing, being able to get out into those natural spaces, into the Midlands. It is the most beautiful. There's history there. There's nature. It's amazing.
It's an absolute kingdom. It is the kingdom of South Africa. I'm going to go out and say it. And you can get involved in that kingdom and see the safaris that are happening there with Ayanda. And then also the Hotel de Creon. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly.
Probably not.
We're trying there all morning, but we get to look forward to Jared saying it properly, making it even better, and giving you the inspiration to try it out for yourselves. I don't know, but if you don't want to, you can head over to his restaurant to do exactly that, because Pastry coming at you like no other. Don't go anywhere.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And if you're feeling hungry, then you've come to the right place, because we're back in the kitchen with Jared for part 2 of our famous Hotel de Creon chocolate cake. I'm going to find out if I said that correctly right now. Jared, how am I doing with this one?
95%.
95? I'll take it, bro.
Hotel de Creon.
Say it again?
Hotel de Creon.
Hotel de Crillon.
That's it.
All right, this is like in the throat there, bro, where
it's
all the food should be going, and especially this. You mentioned it's not a cake, it's more like a tart, right?
It's such a combination of things. It's like a cake, it's more of a tort, it's like a brownie, it's spongy, it's crispy.
Oh my goodness.
There's like textures that the mouth doesn't even know exist.
And I think because you've made it the way you have, I think calling it any of those things is actually going to disrespect it. So we've got to come up with like our own South African name for this because we brought it all the way from France, right, to South Africa, and we've got a South African making it. So we're going to come up with a name soon. For now, though, a reminder, come through with some questions. This is the Culinary Hotline bling at the same time, and Jared is a pastry master. Our number is 063 036 9649. Yeah, I'm getting good at this one. It's a new number, bro. Apologies.
I've saved it. I'm going to be asking questions every day now.
Come through. So listen, how do we make this, bro? What's happening and what are we looking at right there? Have you prepared that beforehand?
So me and Graham were doing this prior.
I was wondering why his teeth were so dirty this morning.
He's been licking the spoon, eh? So I've added the eggs. Ryle, what we're going to do now is we're going to add some fleur de sel, well, salt. So we're just going to add a pinch of salt.
What did you say there?
Fleur de sel.
Fleur de sel.
Yeah, it's a special type of French salt, but it's the same. It's very similar to like kosher salt.
Oh, it's an actual... Hang on, I need to talk to you about this because I'm big in the salt game right now. I started off with like iodidated salt, moved over to crystal Himalayan salt.
Okay.
I'm on the Saltic salt buzz now at the moment. I didn't know this was an option, so I'm going to definitely dive into that. How would you describe it? Also flaky?
So kosher salt, like Malden salt.
Okay,
Similar. Oh, basically the same. And then you have fleur de sel, which is a French type of... It's similar to this, but more finer.
Okay, I got you.
More finer.
Hey, and I didn't know that salt had such an impact on recipes.
Yes.
When you talk about the finer things, this is starting to make sense. But let me not distract you.
Especially in chocolate, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes,
It just brings
man.
out, it just makes it pop a bit. So we're just going to add a little bit more salt.
All right.
Give it a mix.
Nice.
Then, Ryle, you adding some vanilla.
Ooh.
So generally, I would go with a nice vanilla paste, but we have nice essence, so we'll do that, no
So
problem.
I can say that I actually made this.
Just a little bit, huh?
Just a tinge.
More. That's it. Perfect.
Right,
Now you can give that a mix, Ryle. I'll
Got
make
you,
you work
man.
now, huh?
Make me work.
Make you work.
Make me earn this thing.
Exactly.
And we're folding this. Do I need to be aggressive? Is there any
This
technique
thing
to
is
this?
sturdy as the hills, so just bang it.
Okay, so we can go ham at this.
Yeah,
we can
you
call
know.
this a pre-workout. Get the biceps busted
Exactly,
here. Get
exactly.
some calories going. And what are we looking for in terms of texture? Is this kind of like it?
Like a smooth ribbon effect. So if you lift your spatula and then do that, you see how it makes a ribbon at the bottom there.
Oh, is this? I thought you guys were just showing off
Yeah.
little pizzazz. There's actually method to the madness.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. That's
All
how you
right.
know it's hydrated enough, there's enough liquids, and not too much.
Nice.
Now we're ready, Raul. So what
Okay.
we're going to do is we're going
Lekker.
to take cocoa powder. Dude, you're going to literally dust the heck out of this.
What's the reason for that?
So we don't want this to stick. Hold on, we're going to put it through the sieve.
Oh, of course.
And
we
then you-
use
I've-
actual
I've-
chef tools.
I've sprayed it, so you can go mad. I want the sides too. So you're going to have to get a lot in there.
Okay, so get the sides, get the corners.
Exactly.
Get all the
This is a
angles.
kitchen. Let's get dirty. Yeah?
Yes.
And we're going to bang it out anyway, so we'll just tap it out in the sink if we can.
All right.
Sorry about
how
the
my
kitchen.
sides looking? No, don't
So
worry about
we're
that,
going to do
man.
this.
I often stay late after the show to clean this kitchen every session. So
We're going to do this.
I should have
You're
said that
lying.
out loud.
You're
People are
lying.
gonna come for me, be like, "How dare you?
You're lying.
How dare you?" That was a lie, Jared.
Yes.
I literally just steal the food and run out of here and pretend like I made it. Go show off to my friends.
There we go.
So
Huh?
that's what we're looking like.
That's it.
So don't have to put as much cocoa powder in that I did. You just have to lay it quite finely.
It's fine. It's perfect.
And we're on to the next step. So can I move this out the way so
Yes.
we can see what we're doing?
There we go.
Gosh, you're trusting me a lot,
I trust
Jared.
you, Raul.
Gosh,
Let's
okay.
do it, huh?
So we're popping this in?
You can't mess it up now. It's done.
Can I like pour it in, or what's the best technique here? Just
Pour it
like,
in. Pour it in.
Drizzle it in.
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel like there's so much pressure here when I have
There's
a
nothing. Huh?
pastry aficionado specialist
There's nothing.
watching over you.
There's no pressure.
I'm waiting for you to like shout some Gordon Ramsay words to me, like, "No, how can you do that?"
They'll ban the show.
John, have you got a couple peeps working under you? Obviously, I'm sure you're sharing your skill set that you've learned across the globe. Do you find it quite enjoyable to hand the baton over, almost like pass on that experience, or is it quite a tricky process for you?
I've got 2 staff members. And they've been with me from the beginning.
Yeah.
The one was a waiter, and I trained him, and
Nice.
I'm very proud of him. He had no cooking experience in the kitchen.
Oh, really?
And now he's banging out some of the best French desserts I've ever seen, you know? And he's still learning, and he's always asking questions, which is great. And then I have another lady who's on the same level. She was a helper in a house, and she's helping me now, and she's also come a long way, and they do well, and I'd like to give back. So maybe in the future, I want to start doing maybe like a school.
Oh, man.
That's a while to
That
come.
would be awesome. If you are going to start that, you got to let us know so we can showcase that.
Yeah,
And
I'd
maybe,
love-
maybe we can be a part of the process
Love
as
to,
well.
yeah.
Finding out some of your competitors. We turn it into a show
Let's
even,
do
bro.
it, you know.
Hey?
I'd love to do
I
that.
would-
Just
I
give
think-
back, you know.
Yeah. Listen, I think it is quite a sentiment because it's one thing, obviously, learning these things and being a South African that's traveling across the globe, but to share it, to get creative, I think it forces you to stay on the pulse with what you are doing.
Sure.
I needed to interject because I was intentionally planning to keep some of that so I could have it later, but I see you did still leave some in the bowl, so thank you, Jared, for
Go
doing
for
that.
it, huh?
I will try to keep a little bit more, but explain to me what just happened now. So we finished off that process, you popped it into the oven.
Yeah.
What's the heat and time?
So we're going to do 160 in a preheated oven for 1 hour and 10 minutes. So what I would normally do, but we don't have it, Jan, it's not a big deal. I would get like a Bain Marie or something like that, or a Chafington, and I'd fill it halfway with water. Then I'd pop that that pan with the batter in into that, so it comes up halfway of the actual cake pan. So it gives it an equal cook.
So distributing the
Yes,
heat a lot
exactly.
better.
So there's no if there's hot spots in the oven, it avoids that. And then
okay.
it comes out like ultra cremo, like super gourmand and creamy and just delicious.
Well, that's a conundrum that you've actually solved for me, and often something I repeat to Mzansi, because I'm always saying, like, listen, keep an eye on it, because ovens are different and they have these hot spots and stuff, but that's such a beautiful hack. That makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
I love that.
Especially with cheesecake. Sorry, Raul. You wet your cloth like this, and then you wrap it around your whatever your cheesecake's baking.
Oh, and then the liquid inside there obviously
it just
absorbs the heat and then it distributes evenly again.
Exactly.
Hey, Jared, a wealth of knowledge. You're not just a pretty face. Eh? Well, you've done the liberty of waking up super early, clearly, and preparing this, but apparently we have to wait until the next session to tuck into it, because 100%. I was asking everyone, guys, can I eat it? Can I eat it? Everyone's like, no, we want to take pictures first. We want to show off with it first. So I'm just going to stare at that until the next session comes through. We'll be back in the kitchen. But wow, dude, it looks incredible. You're making pastries, you're making tarts, cakes, so easy. It often is overwhelming for me, but I think this is what it's about. You're getting us excited, and you're giving us the extra reason to get to Le Tart, because this is the stuff that you're serving up, then I think there's going to be a long line at your restaurant, bro.
Well,
incredible.
This is the thing, Raul. You know, I didn't want to give something that's not easily done by the home viewer. So we give something simple but extremely elegant and chic and sophisticated and chocolatey.
You gave us a gift, Jared, and I'm going to grab that gift and hold on to it for the rest. Zanzi, a lot to still look forward to. Obviously, we're going to dive into part 3 of this with Jared and finish off all this incredible cuisine. But for now, though, G-Man, what's happening on your side, bro?
Oh, Raul, just calm yourself down, son. I'm going to use the word of the day. Temper your enthusiasm. Now, in fact, you can get overly excited about this one. We are going to hit the beautiful green endless joy of Durban. Endless fun season campaign has begun officially, and with our very own Ayanda G. Tabete on the ground, as tough as it is, in the heart of Durban, soaking it all up from breathtaking natural beauty, rich cultural safaris, to world-class shopping and bold, flavorful cuisine. It is singular. It stands out. Durban still has more. More adventures, more attractions, more events, and more unforgettable experiences for every kind of traveler. Let's be one of those travelers right now.
Welcome to the Zulu Kingdom Feel Good family. Today we kickstart the Endless Fun Season campaign in Durban. Join me as we take a tour of the city's diverse attractions, from world-class shopping centres to vibrant market scenes, all the way through to cultural safaris. Are you ready? Let's go.
I think part of the draw card for Durban, specifically for our local tourists, is that it's quite easy to get to. People from Johannesburg can do a self-drive, or they could fly. And international tourists enjoy our warm weather. So it's an all-round destination, which is a real plus point. A weekend in Durban could be whatever you want it to be. So you could sip cocktails by the pool and overlook the ocean. You could be on the beach. You could surf in the waves. You could take a gondola ride on the canals. You could visit our aquarium. Then we have our township tourism as well, so you could enjoy authentic meals. And we have a large variety of cultural places to visit.
Michelle, thank you for having us in this absolutely gorgeous space. Please, can you give us a brief overview of what KwaZulu Safari is all about?
When you come to KwaZulu, what you will find is a one-stop destination. And that is why we are so popular with tour operators and with families. You literally arrive and you can go and visit our reptile park, you can have a guided tour, you can go on a game drive into the Valley of the Thousand Hills, you can visit our Zulu dancers and experience an absolutely magnificent Zulu dancing show. You can visit our restaurant. We've got a wide range of food here, including crocodile burgers and warthog burgers, and of course, 2 curio shops.
I must say, as a Zulu girl myself, hearing that just makes my heart want to sing. I enjoy being here. I feel fully immersed in my own.
Oh, that's great. That's what we like to hear.
Do you have any promotions or packages available for families?
At Zulu, you can come in and it's 500 Rand for an adult, 350 Rand for a child, and you can actually experience 3 activities. So you can have a 1-hour game drive, you can experience the Zulu dancing show, a Zulu tour, and a reptile tour.
Durban is known for many things, having beautiful attractions, beautifully spirited people, and being the warmest place to be. But one thing that is not highlighted enough is the cuisine. So we're making a stop at Oscar's Cafe in Hillcrest to find out why so many people stop here. Let's check it out together. Andrew, ever since I got here, people have been raving about Oscar's. What is it about this place that makes it so unique?
I think it's really just got to do with our service, quality of food we offer, and it's a home away from home in the Hillcrest area. So everybody that comes to Oscar's just knows what to expect. And most people that do come here all know each other. So it's actually a very nice, environment for something like that to happen.
I really love to jump into the aesthetic of this gorgeous place. I see we have cushions that almost mimic the landscape of Durban. What was the inspiration behind it?
I think the inspiration was to keep it homely and give it a nice feel, a warm feel. I think it's a phenomenal area for people to visit. As we know, we've got the beautiful sea and warm waters, but this upper Hawa area has also got something phenomenal to offer. And we invite people to come and enjoy our space as well as others around us.
Even in winter, the warmest place to be. We love Durbs, and this is your official invitation to dive headfirst into the fun as we launch the Easter and winter tourism season. It is massive. So for more information on where to go, what to taste, how to play, please visit durban.travel. That's visit durban.travel, or you can just follow them on social media at Durban Tourism. They will go the extra mile to get you onto their beautiful stretch of beautiful Golden Mile. Go and check it out for yourself.
Well, listen, Durban is a place with endless fun, and now I found the embodiment of endless fun. Kids good in the building! How you doing, bro?
I love it.
How you been?
Oh, good, thank you. How are you?
I'm so excited, man. I believe there's a lot to talk about you. There's a new show coming up that you're doing. Yeah? Where's it going to be?
At the Baxter, 12th to the 17th of May. Just in 2 weeks from now.
I can't wait. So listen, Zanzi, we're going to find out all about this man, where he's been, what he's been up to, and everything ahead of this incredible show. Funny side up, and it's something you definitely want to get your tickets for. But he's going to stick around to show you exactly why, so don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Cape Town, get ready. You're about to get a full dose of laughter therapy, and we need it. As one of South Africa's most beloved comedians and human beings returns to the stage with his latest one-man show, Funny Side Up. Kurt Skoenraad is here, and he is delivering sharp-witted reflections on everyday chaos amid, I think, aging, obviously, because we all are, sadly, pop culture, the subtle madness of modern life, and it has gone completely crazy. And, of course, all with that unmistakable Skoenraad spin and gloss and shine.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we are thrilled to welcome Kurt back in studio, fresh from writing rooms, traffic jams, and supermarket queues. Let's give him a feel-good welcome! Yes!
We're not funny, but we can hype, okay?
Wait, Graham, you're funny looking, bro. Which is a good
Exactly.
start.
I know, as soon as the band arrived, bro, I got changed. I was like, I can do it.
I was about to say, you look like the front man for the funk band.
Well, exactly.
You know?
If comedy was my plan A, music's my plan B, dude. Buddy, how are you, my friend? Always good to see you come out and have a show.
Well, thank you for having me, And I am so excited. New material, new buzz. The whole world has changed since the last show. Things like politics I've never tackled before, but this time it's almost impossible not to. You know?
Exactly.
I'm going to be trying that.
Who pushed you over the edge on the political front? Can I say Trump?
Of course you can say Trump. You can say it, of course. He's made some fantastic statements that is fantastic, fertile ground for a comedian to grab hold of. It's almost impossible not to say something.
I'm picturing Kurt watching that and being like, after Trump just mentioned something, he's like, babes, hold my beer. I've got to get back in the game.
That's like, hold on a second here.
I got this.
I'm getting my moleskin. Hang on.
But let's talk about the new show. Obviously, new material, and I love the perspective of comedians when it comes to looking at our country, because you have this wit, you have this cunning and this perspective that's so unique. But I believe there's a bit more of a maturity to the show this time around.
Well, just right off the bat, stand-up comedy is literally just holding a mirror up to society and go, check what you do.
Look how ridiculous you are.
Yeah. What you do and how you do it. And we've taken on a whole new bunch of things. Like, you know, I've been doing this corporate stuff for such a long time, corporate comedy and the likes of. And that felt like, it was fantastic and I still enjoy it, but that felt like comedy side down.
Yeah.
So this one I want to flip it up. You know, I was at a braai not too long ago, and my friend said, "Why is that not on stage?"
Exactly.
Because I was telling him about my dad. He's like, "Why is that not on stage?" And I mean, that's a good point. Let's take the personal stuff, put a bit of a stand-up swing to it, and put it on stage. And that's how Funny Side Up was born.
I love that, dude. Can I ask you to go back? Because I sense a bit of a full circle moment here. And we talk about aging gracefully. 22 years ago, I believe you were on a Baxter stage, maybe for the first time, with a show called Punchline.
Indeed. It is at full circle. It's in exactly the same stage.
Wow.
It's at the studio at the Baxter.
Oh, my
and it was
word.
my very first one-man show. So now I'm coming back 22 years later with a completely different, slightly more matured, of course. Slightly, I'd say slightly.
I was about to say, dude, I think our maturity level is capped at a particular point. We have a governor.
You know, my biggest concern is does my poop size compare to what it did 22 years ago? I ticked most of that box, and I'm very happy with that. Yeah. What's very special about the show as well, it's the first time I've done it. I'm not sure if it's happened anywhere else in the country before, but I've been part of the deaf community for a long time. I've been doing gigs with them for ages. So we're going to have an interpreter on
No ways.
the last matinee of the show run. That's the 17th.
Yeah.
So we're inviting all of the deaf community in, and we're going to have a guy on stage with me to be like, in fact, what we're thinking of doing is getting the guy that did Madiba's funeral.
I was going to ask. there is an opportunity here, but tread lightly, I suppose, would be the words.
It's a comedy show, so the first 5 minutes, I want the deaf community to go, what? Really? The same guy. No, I'm just teasing.
No, I love you for that. I absolutely love you for doing that. It's brilliant, man.
Yeah, but I want to get into like more the nitty-gritties of it, because it's not often that we get to find out about like the process, like what makes you tick. We see the front end, we get to laugh, but what makes you tick? Like what makes you think that, hey, this is worthy of being on stage, or nah, let me shelf this one rather? Because I'm sure you've got a couple people keeping you grounded and humble.
No, my missus does that. My missus does that. She's a German national, and every time I'm trying something new, and she goes, So that's not funny. I got to work on that.
I'll work on it.
That one, she's not
Sorry,
funny.
that's universal, but that's not just a comedian's wife, okay?
No. True story. So a lot of it is a trial and error thing. Sometimes I might write a piece of material and I go, oh, this is gonna slap so
kill,
badly.
yeah.
And when I deliver it, there's just creakies. Eh? There's
It
nothing.
doesn't land.
And I'm like, okay, back to the drawing board with that one. But we tested out at comedy clubs before. We put on, or we take the whole show and put it in one piece. So we cheat a little bit. You know?
I also get a sense from you, you pour a lot back into the structures around you and bringing up the rest of this amazing comedic fraternity that we have. And it's a big thing, and you should wear that cap proudly because we rely on a very small group of our senior statesmen, I'm sorry, I had to say it, dude, for like the third time today, to do just that. But you've also got to look after yourself and process life yourself. How good does it feel for you to be on stage?
You hit the nail right on the head. You know, with a comedy club and starting that and creating structures for stand-up comedy or helping with it, I took a lot of my own career and put it on the back seat with that. So I find like I feel like I'm taking charge of it again, my own stuff, my own career. And so I'm really looking forward to hitting the stage with brand new stuff. And
I'm feeling a little bit emotional hearing you talk right now. This is a special thing, man. I'm going to come to your show and just cry for like 2 hours,
Please,
dude.
Brett. And you know what? With any luck, we'll have you cry, but in the right way.
So this is exciting. Kurt Schoenrad's back in the driver's seat. He's traded in the Golf for the Ferrari.
Bro, I'm also a big petrol head. Eh?
Oh, are you?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
Big time. So, I mean, that I don't know, eh? That analogy we need to talk about backstage.
We shall.
Well, we've seen you going slowly all over the place. We can maybe see you going fast all over the place because
I'm still going slowly.
But he's going somewhere now, not nowhere. He's going somewhere.
My daily drive is still a 50 Chevy, but I'm still going slowly. I'm still going slowly.
Just balancing out the universe.
Before we get too caught up, let's just plug Mzansi in on the details for the show before we forget, because that is happening. Where do we get tickets? When's it happening and where?
It's happening from the 12th to the 17th of May at the Baxter. And you can get the tickets on web tickets. And remember, the matinee of the 17th is the show for the deaf.
Absolutely brilliant
The inclusive show.
The inclusive, and it does matter. I mean, that's an algorithm we see play out daily here. You are going to discover a deaf comedian through this process once you open that.
Oh, cool.
There already is one or two.
Yeah,
Really?
no, completely. And they need
Amazing.
that platform, man. Oh, we love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thanks
much
for having us.
for pouring so much back into what he does. But I think ultimately we just want to see him on a stage. You heard the man, hair down, feet up. That's just kind of how he rolls. Funny Side Up runs from the 12th to the 17th of May at the Baxter Theatre, where it all began for this genius. Tickets already flying, so please don't miss out. They might go before the end of the show. So just get on it, and you can book at Web Tickets. You can get your plug-in. Buddy, we love you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
we love
for
you so
having
much.
us, guys.
But look here, we love you so much, brother. We're going to keep you here. We're going to do some quick fire questions with this man and find out more about him. See how he handles pressure. He's good on the stage with a mic in his hand, but let's take the mic away and see if he's still got the power. And then we're going to wrap up our culinary hotline bring. Yes, Jared is still standing by. The patisserie king is going to be delivering us nothing but the good stuff. We'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting. I like the bass this morning, so a little bit earlier. Our resident patissier, I don't know if this is the fourth cloned copy of Jared we've got this morning, but we're going to keep one for ourselves. But he made and at least showed us, took us through a masterclass on how to make his delicious Hotel de Crillon chocolate cake. We've butchered the name all morning, and we're going to butcher the cake as we put it into our mouths because it's amazing. Buddy, thank you so much for, I think, demystifying a part of the French traditional baking style that I think intimidates a lot of people. So that's beautiful, and it's come out spectacular. Are you happy? Would you be happy with this?
I'm super happy. It's a very rustic gâteau.
Yeah.
And when you taste it, you'll see what I mean by sophisticated and chic, and flavors really come through. I've gone and added a little cultured cream, which is creme fraiche. Added a bit of vanilla paste, no sugar. So it's basically just like a creme fouettée. It's just a whipped cream that I've just slightly whipped. And we're going to put it on. I'm going to cut you guys a slice, and you're going to tell me yay or nay.
Oh, and I have a feeling we know what it's going to be like. And of course, we put it to you guys if you've got any questions. And I think the voice notes have been coming through. So let's hear one right now. Let's see if we can stump this genius.
Good morning, Expresso Live.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chef Jared.
Good morning.
I would like to ask Chef Jared a question, please. I would like to make an eggless chocolate cake. Can you please tell me the alternative I would use for eggs in the recipe?
Sure.
Thank you so
aquafaba.
much. And thank you for the exciting show. I look forward to it every morning.
Oh, we love
Thank you.
Oh,
Take care.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
And she was quite serious about that. Aquafaba.
I thought I was in trouble.
Yeah, I know. But it's, people take their baking seriously on this show. You don't understand. Millions of people tune in just to watch you.
Give me an eggless chocolate cake.
I like that.
I like it too.
And is that so how would you employ that? How would you use it in the cake?
So there's many things you can use, like albumin, or albuwhip, which comes. Albumin is in eggs. It's in egg whites.
Okay.
That's actually one of the components that make
that
it frothy.
gives it the whippiness.
So you can get stuff like albuwhip by Sosa, and it's Sosa is owned by Valrhona. It's one of the biggest chocolate companies in the world, and they have a lot of technical agents like this that I actually use in my kitchen daily, whether it's pectin X58 or pectin NH.
The science of.
Yes, or gelling agents, agar, and you know, there's a lot. So albuwhip is one of the things you can use, you can incorporate. Otherwise, I would say for eggless, as I said, aquafaba.
Easy peasy.
You know, it might not taste like
100, but
you know, but there's a substitute for everything. Except I wouldn't go there because I'm traditionally.
We know you're a purist, and it's all right.
Yes, eggs, cream, butter, that's the way.
It's fine. And we've got Pauline weighing in, hopefully not quite as serious. Now, Pauline, what have you got to say?
Good morning. My question to Jared is, what is your best chocolate to use for pastries? Thank you. Bye.
Pauline.
now, this feels like a spicy question.
Yeah, it is spicy. So my best chocolate to use would probably be either Cocoa Barry, which is owned by Calibut. It's just the higher range. Or I would use Valrhona. They're on the pricier side of things, but it justifies the price when you taste it.
You get the results.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, we've got a beautiful mushrooming kind of, I suppose, artisanal ecosystem emerging in South Africa. How close to the international level are we here? Can you get the kind of stuff that you would need to do it at your level here?
Yes, you can. It
Wow.
depends on your supply chain. It depends on your suppliers. I'm very fickle. If I order something and a supplier sends me, if I order A and a supplier sends me B, my staff leave the kitchen.
Yeah, you see, now you've been infected by our serious caller now. Suddenly you're so angry. But that's about as tough as Jared gets, by the way. That's his angry face right there.
But I don't compromise on quality. And that's why some of my product is quite a bit more expensive, but it's because of the produce I use, whether it's French cream or French butter or T55 flour from France. You know, I do use a lot of local, but there's just some things I cannot use locally because our wheat is very different here. The climate is different. So there's a lot of our import.
One taste justifies it all. Let's hear from Ryan. What questions do you have, my friend?
Hi, Chef. My name is Ryan from Bloemfontein. And I wanted to ask, what is the best way of baking or using chocolate in baking without it seizing?
without it seizing? Or what's the danger when working with chocolate? You use words like temper, that sort of stuff. Yeah. What is the kind of shaky ground when it comes to baking?
For me, I always try and incorporate chocolate into liquids. You know, that's why they say mix your wet, mix your dry, you know, but if you're putting it all together, there's nothing that liquefies that chocolate. So it is going to seize, as Ryan says. So I'd say just incorporate it into your recipe. Follow recipes. I mean, on every single recipe, it says, you know, either melt your butter down with your chocolate or melt your cream and your chocolate together or melt your water and your chocolate together. So that's getting your chocolate.
Liquefy.
Exactly.
Okay. Wet with wet, dry with dry.
Correct.
I love that. Okay, we digress. Can we finish this cake?
Let's do it.
Taste
please.
this.
Because I can actually smell it. I can smell this one. My taste buds are going,
Where's
hello.
yours, though? I've got mine. Where's yours? All right.
Okay. And the beauty of this cake, Graham, is it'll hold for 10 to 13 days in your fridge.
Wow.
10 to 13 days. It can even sit on your counter for that long.
And this would have mattered a couple of centuries ago.
Well, that's it, huh?
You would have needed to be able to bake like that.
For sure.
I often think of how unforgiving it would have been. Can you imagine back then in a French summer cooking for a king when you know that you could be beheaded if something went wrong? You know, now we understand why chefs deal with the pressure that they do. All right, let's see what this baby looks like. And it's got a beautiful, you can just see by the cut texture there.
I'd like to actually clean that so we can get a second cut so you see that smoothness.
There is always
a cloth.
A cloth.
Perfect. Sorry, I'm gonna.
It's all right.
I'm gonna kill
I'll do
this
the hand
cloth.
washing myself.
Oh, yeah, I'll help you. How's that?
There we go. And that's, so why would you do that?
I just want to show this clean cut here.
Oh.
Why would you cut this cake without me?
I'm sorry,
dude. You could do this without me.
I thought we could sneak past.
No ways. Oh, Jared, honestly, I must say thank you for coming through and doing this.
Pleasure.
It feels like G and I are sharing a birthday right now.
Yeah.
You're about to taste the birthday.
It's quite magical, and I think it's not lost on Ryle and I how special it is to connect with creatives in your space, in your moments of becoming. And it kind of feels like you have entered that phase now where you have license and agency to really go in the directions that you want to go, which is amazing. So thank you so much for pouring so much back into the spaces around you. I mean, we were talking to Kurt just now about creating those structures, but it means we need a purist somewhere in the middle of that to hold this dear, to have the passion, to have the love for it. And clearly, dude, that is where that's your jumping off point, which is beautiful, man. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Wow.
Look at that, even the little quenelle there or whatever that is of that is just amazing. How do we ching, bro? I got to
you really have to. It's ching ching on the occasion.
Bon appetit.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Okay, this
so
is the taste
excited.
tester.
So excited.
Cheers, bro. Happy fasting, buddy.
You see the different textures and the smoothness that hits you.
Bro, there's a crumble somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a ooey gooiness somewhere.
And then it just melts away.
Yes, exactly. Dissipates. It's gone. How's that? How's that for a cake, eh?
Albeit I haven't had sugar in like 24 hours, so that
word.
might be influencing me slightly, but this is phenomenal. And it's so light.
Yeah.
It's not overly rich, yet it's decadent at the same time.
Come
that
on,
is
bro.
amazing,
You have
buddy.
done magic.
No, but be honest. Have you ever had a cake like that?
No, so it'll either have one of the textures only.
Yeah, exactly.
You've combined so many experiences into one. That's what I'm loving about this. And can we just talk about this? The way it pairs so well, it balances. It's not too sweet, like you said, G. It's not too overpowering. It's just perfect. Thank
I'm
you.
getting a little
thank you, thank
emotional
you.
about this cake, bro. I never thought I'd get to that point in my life. No, I think it's your story and the passion that you pour in, my brother. That is absolutely amazing. Roll up your sleeves. So we're going to dive into another episode right now of something creative, yes, but maybe a little bit more hands-on and practical. The pros at Timbled CSB in Springs are ready to share why Plascon Micatex is their go-to choice for those tough, long-lasting protection in the spaces that need to stand up. Take a look.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Timbled CSB Springs, a Plascon paint expert store and member of Paint Club.
Timbled Springs is a well-established business with a long history dating back to 1988. We specialize in providing a wide range of building materials, hardware, and Plascon paint. What makes me proud about the store is the service we give to the customers. What I love about the customers is the loyalty and trust. Timbold has built a lot of customers' loyalty over the years. Our customers has become like family to us. And we provide them with quality products like the Plascon paint. What makes this the best hardware store in the Springs area is we are a one-stop shop for both individual customers and big businesses who's looking for quality materials to take on the construction or DIY projects.
What I like about Plascon is the name itself. It's branded within the community in Springs as well. I'm able to tell customers that Plascon can ensure you durability, wide range of products, and it is a trusted brand. My favorite Plascon product is the Plascon Microtex. It provides ultimate durability and protection, waterproofing and weatherproofing. My DIY tip is proper surface protection equals better results. Your home deserves the best in quality, durability, and a guaranteed finish that will impress for years to come.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
You've got this indeed. So thank you so much to all the handy heroes who help us get through those hard yards. And thank you again to Jared. This is amazing.
I'm literally eating dreams in my mouth right now. And if you want some of this, and you have to get down to his restaurant and do exactly that. And a reminder that we still got a lot to look forward to. I have to say thank you to you, man. I don't know where to go from here, but we do have something to look forward to because quick fire questions are coming through with Kurt Kunrad, who's still in the building. And then, of course, we have the Rockets' new generation. They are sounding like a festival of flavor, of gears, and I'm here for it, and you should be too. So don't go anywhere, Mzansi. Oh, you've gotten seconds already.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
Good man, huh?
Chad isn't had any yet, bro.
Good man.
Cheers.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are privileged. We are privileged to have the Rockets' new generation in stage right now. They are here for every generation. They connect every genre. And yes, the aunties and the uncles are all invited. It's time for an incredible medley of songs from none other than Kool and the Gang. The Rockets' new generation. Take it away.
Do it if we really don't wanna dance, but standing on the wall, get your back up off the wall and tell me, how we gonna do it if we really don't take a chance, but standing on the wall, get your back up off the wall. I heard all the voices, get down on it, get on it, get down on it if you really want it. You gotta feel it, come on baby, get on it, baby, baby. You gotta feel it. I say, people, what you gonna do? Tell me, baby. You wanna get on the groove? Get your body to move. Tell me, baby. How we gonna do it if we really don't wanna dance? But standing on the wall, get your back up on the wall. Tell me. How we gonna do it if we really don't take a chance? But standing on the wall, get your back up higher on the base. Get down on it, get on it, get down if you really want it. You gotta feel it. Come on, baby, get on it, baby, baby. You gotta feel it. Come on.
Yes, baby, yes!
Absolutely blown away. That's what it's about. New generation of the Rockets are coming through, and I think they earned themselves a bow. Gents, come on, give it to us and grab your roses. We're going to be sending them off in just a bit. But for now, though, let's just bask in the ambience of all that gears, nostalgia, and reminders of me jazzing with my aunties back in the day. I absolutely love it. For now, though, it's just about to go on the hour, which is perfect timing for our last round of official duties. So let's kick off with national headlines first, and the first batch of SADC or SADC peacekeepers stationed in Goma, DRC, has departed as part of a planned withdrawal. Now, these troops, primarily from South Africa, Malawi, and Tanzania, were deployed in 2023 to help counter rebel groups, including M23. Now, 14 South African soldiers lost their lives during last year's intense clashes, and their departure follows a joint SADC and East African Community decision. And the troops will travel through Rwanda with support from the Rwandan military. Well, next up, a man has been arrested in connection with the Table Mountain fire, and that's the one that swept through Tokai and Silver Mine. Now, he was found near a new blaze away from the existing fire line, and the wildfire, which began on Friday, remains uncontained, but no structural damage has been reported. Now, helicopters continue water bombing efforts while crews battle flames on the ground, and several roads remain closed in the South Peninsula, with traffic redirected from routes like Boys Drive, Tokai Road, and Swanswyk. Now, Okapseweg, however, has reopened. Well, moving to international headlines, and President Yoweri Museveni held talks with Starlink, and that's to explore the satellite internet company's potential entry into Uganda. Now, a division of Elon Musk's SpaceX, Starlink has expanded quickly across African and recently received operating licenses in Lesotho and Somalia. Now, Uganda has long struggled with expensive and unreliable internet, partly due to weak market competition. And while Starlink's license status in Uganda remains unclear, Museveni praised its promise of affordable internet in remote areas. And the country's regulator has yet to comment on this progress. Well, next up, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has vowed not to engage in trade or security talks with US President Donald Trump unless Canada's sovereignty is fully respected. Now, following Trump's re-election and comments about turning Canada into America's 51st state, Carney said such rhetoric is unacceptable. Now, he secured a snap election win for the Liberal Party and emphasized any US-Canada engagement must be on Canada's terms. Now, Carney also stated he would only visit Washington for serious, respectful discussions and not political spectacle. And finally, monkeying around, which has always been something that's meant acting carefree or mischievous, right? Well, now, science has given it a delightful twist. Now, researchers from the University of California and the Max Planck Institute have found that all 4 great ape species, orangutans, chimps, bonobos, and gorillas, have a sense of humor. Yep, their teasing behavior, much like human jokes, includes surprise, persistence, and attention-seeking antics. Now, you can think of toddlers pulling cheeky stunts, only hairier. And the study, published in Proceedings of the Royal Society B, suggests humor may have evolved in our lineage millions of years ago. And it's not just monkey business, it's science. In the grand family tree, it turns out we're just one big, happy, funny, and occasionally mischievous bunch. I think you can now see why there's such a resemblance. I love this video. I love the human nature of what's going on right here. For me, you could call this blooming. Just taking in a good day, blooming, and then having your cousin irritate you. It just sounds like a normal day in any human's lives. For now, though, we're going to dive into the world of sport one last time, and here's G-Man with the latest.
Let's start with our high-stakes European football and Ousmane Dembele's early strike, giving Paris Saint-Germain a 1-0 win over Arsenal in the Champions League semi-final first-leg tie. So PSG definitely impressed in the first half. Arsenal did push hard after the break, but just couldn't find that breakthrough. So the French champions now take a narrow lead into the return leg in Paris. Onto cricket, and sadly Tasman Brits, after hitting a brilliant 108, had to retire hurt with cramp as South Africa fell 15 runs short in their ODI against India, playing out in Colombo yesterday. So she returned later in the innings, but was dismissed by spinner Sneh Rana, who took 5 wickets to help India clinch their second win of the series. Quite dominant there. Now we turn on to rugby, and Riley Norton will captain the Junior Springboks as they take on Argentina in tomorrow's Under-20 Rugby Championship opener in Gqeberha. So head coach Kevin Foote very impressed, naming a strong 23, including Blitzbok, Gino Cupido, and SA Under-18 captain Setu Nabalele. And Foote has praised his young squad's energy, and he certainly expects, as do we, a fierce challenge from a very physical Pumitas team. Now let's get back into cricket, and the IPL is serving it up. The Kolkata Knight Riders, they posted a massive 204 for 9 thanks to quickfire knocks from Gurbaz, Nareen and Ragnovanshi. Delhi Capitals, they did look strong in their reply at one point, 136 for 3, but Sunil Nareen also weighing in with 3 key wickets, including Axar Patel and our own Kristen Stubbs. And that ultimately turned the game on its head. Varun Chakravarti there also striking late to wipe out the tail. KKR holding on for a 14-run win, and of course keeping their playoff hopes very much alive. Well, that's where we leave our sport for this morning. Let's get one last update on the roads.
Yeah, thank you so much, G-Man. And one last opportunity to check out what's happening on the roads. And not too much is happening, except for in Gauteng and Johannesburg. There's a stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound, and this is after Winnie Mandela Drive. Now, as a result, and as you can see from the visuals, the right lane is closed. So it is causing slow-moving traffic. So I need you to please maintain a safe following distance and remain vigilant while driving. I think anybody heading out on the roads this morning. And for your final weather report, very cold, wet and windy conditions are sweeping across the southern Namakwa district in the Northern Cape and parts of the Western Cape. And that's including the Cape Winelands, the Central Karoo and Little Karoo areas. Now, the South African Weather Service has also issued a yellow level 2 warning, and that's for disruptive rain in the northern eastern parts of KwaZulu-Natal. Now, this is where localized flooding and damage to mud homes are expected. And a level 1 warning is also in place for the southern Northern Cape. And this is where severe thunderstorms may bring heavy small hail and flooding in low-lying areas. Well, if Sunrise View of the Hour was a competition, well, I think we found the winner. Look at this shot all the way from Ladysmith. Tokozani sent this one in. And I'm beginning to think that this can't be real. It is so majestic, so beautiful, an incredible array of colors and beautiful nature in the foreground. I don't know what to say about this. Just a massive wow. Absolutely love this, Tokozani. Thank you so much for sending it through. This is picture perfect. I don't think we can beat a picture like this, but I'm going to encourage you to try and come through tomorrow morning once again and use the number 063-036-9649. Share your sunrise view with us, inspire us like this picture has, and it's going to fill us with nothing but that good energy for the day. Wow, wow, wow. What a beautiful shot, and what a beautiful way to dive into our last round of temperatures that you can expect on your side of town. Did I say?
Absolutely beautiful views there. Keep those coming. Let us know how you wake up, and maybe there will be signs of how you wake up tomorrow if you have millions in your bank account. You have to be in it to win it, to play Lotto today. Lotto +1 and Lotto +2. Why? Because there is 44 million rand in the total estimated jackpots up for grabs this Wednesday. So please don't miss out. Shoot your shot. You can play Lotto for an estimated 28 million rand. But why stop there? Play Lotto +1 for a further 2 million. Lotto +2 for a further 14 million rand today. We have no idea how they work it out. It's a lot of money. So just get your tickets. You can go in-store, look swanky, put a smile on your face. You can go nationallottery.co.za, still with a smile on your face. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking setup, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# for USSD. And because we all have very short attention spans on this show, we'll put those up on our social media platforms so you can go and check them out at your leisure, and just make sure you panda push a play your Lotto +1 and Lotto +2 for 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. So please play now, but don't leave your house just yet, because there's a lot coming up.
Oh, yeah, a lot coming up indeed, Mzansi. Not just the opportunity to win lots of millions, like G-Man just said, but the opportunity to dance, to celebrate, and to laugh. So dancing and celebrating, hey, we got we got the Rockets here, the new generation of the Rockets, and they are just serving us the entire morning. And then the box of laughter, well, Kurt Skoenraad is still here, and we're going to do some quick-fire questions to bring the laughs to the forefront. So don't go anywhere, Mzansi. A lot to look forward to just after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And trust me, if you stick around right now, it's going to feel even better because before we wrap up our time with one of South Africa's most seasoned comedic voices, we're going to be taking a moment to reflect. Not too deeply, though. And this means we're going to shine a light on the man behind the mic with some quick-fire, rapid questions that tap into the career, the quirks, and the quick wit of the man himself, Kurt Schoenraad, in the building.
You even took a witty seating position when we said that.
He is ready for
it. I'm a little intimidated by this.
Oh, really?
Quick fire vibes. I can't filter
Don't
anything.
think. No. Okay, but don't think. We're playing to your strengths here. We're playing to your strengths.
Okay.
Don't think.
Let's wing it.
No, this is always revealing and it's lovely, and we love you, so don't worry. Okay, this is a safe place. What's the first joke you ever told on stage that landed? Can you remember?
Oh, Mr. Branches. Mr. Branches, this is the gag I do about Mr. Branches being at a crime scene in Mitchell's Plain somewhere. And it was always about how, no matter where you are from in the Cape Flats, when they show it on TV, you're like, I've never been to that spot before. That looks wild.
It's like 3 blocks away.
Okay, can you describe Mitchell's Plain in one word, but you got to do it as if you're pitching a Hollywood blockbuster?
Exciting.
Yeah, that's
coming
perfect, bro.
to a neighborhood near you.
Every neighborhood.
Nailed it.
Ooh, I like this. This fits into the mode of our show. If Funny Side Up were a breakfast plate, what would be on it?
Ooh. Can I get your chef back? In
Yeah.
No, it will be good old-fashioned omelette, bro.
Really?
It's got all kinds of bits on the inside, and you get a funny side up. I can do the flip and everything.
You can,
Yeah,
and sometimes it doesn't even land in the
No,
pan.
it'll never land. That's funny if it doesn't land.
Listen, man, you've obviously been on the stage with absolute legends, right? And many at that. Which one has made you like the most sort of nervous to be on stage with?
Russell Peters, I opened for him for.
Whoa!
And that was. But he was very, very nice about it. Paulie Shaw as well. He was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Paulie Shaw was very like. Don't speak to me
like a
before
focus,
the show.
yeah?
Type of thing.
Okay.
And I made the mistake of going, so how are you feeling? And he went,
Tell me one of your jokes, bud. Tell me one of your jokes.
Read
I'll
the
tell you
room,
if it's funny.
Kurt.
I'll tell you
Read
if
the
it's funny.
room.
I was like, okay, I'll just zip that one then. Thanks.
What's the weirdest inspiration you've ever had for a joke? And where were you? Where did this play out?
Oh, gosh.
Man, it's some, dude. Okay, I don't know if I can say. Anyway, I'll try.
Family show, just don't forget.
Family show, safe place.
There was this homeless guy.
I laugh.
No, this is not the funny part. The homeless guy outside a studio somewhere. I just came out and he said, "Hey, how's it good? I'm a fan." And he shook my hand. And his hand was not. His hand was wet.
It was.
And I was like,
"Oh no!"
And it was shaking.
I was like, "This is going to end up on stage tonight. It's going to end up on stage." And it did. So.
And it landed.
It landed.
And everyone gets included. I like it.
Have you had any like negativity? Because whenever I've seen your shows, people are just laughing and enjoying it. But has there ever been like a heckler that has said something really like,
or waited for you after the show?
Oh no, there's been a lot of that. No, in the early parts of your career, you don't know how to deal with a heckler.
Yeah.
Hecklers they can throw you off your game big.
Literally,
time, right?
yeah.
So the worst type of heckler is the one that laughs at the wrong moment.
"Oh no!"
You stumble over your own rhythm, you know. So you're setting up, you set up, and you go, "Ha ha!" I'm like, "Bro, not yet."
Hang on, we're not there, bro.
We're not there. I remember jumping into a guy in the front row in my early part of my career. He was wearing a really bright shirt, and there were only 3 people in the whole room. It was one of those first shows and one of those comedy festival type things. And it was a critic sent to the show to crit the show. And I could well imagine I got a fabulous
Great rating after that.
Great rating after that. I mean, you guys sit in the front row with a bright shirt. I had to say something.
Yeah, but then you put that in your paying your dues, little moleskin.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we won't do that
It's the
again.
whole first chapter of my autobiography one day.
It's where your process work begins.
Exactly.
If your career had a catchphrase, what would it be?
Skommel deluxe.
Skommel deluxe. Deluxe. And you've got to say deluxe with 5 syllables.
No. It was just something my uncle called me, and he was just like the nicest guy, you know, and it stuck. So now my friends still call me that.
It's so on point, though, bro. It is so on point. All due respect. It's
all good.
lekker for you.
Taken.
If we weren't lucky enough to have you as a comedian,
What would you be doing? And I want wrong answers only. What career would you find yourself in? Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only. I'll be a fantastic astronaut. Zero gravity and all that. No, actually, I was a pretty good salesman before I got into comedy. You know? I was selling courier service.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys look like you could be transported somewhere. I could arrange that.
You could even drive us there slowly. Really, I like it.
No, I drove a bakkie at one stage. I was a courier guy, bro.
We've all driven a bakkie.
No, but a courier guy. You know, the one that's on the
actual
road.
courier guy.
The one that taxi drivers are afraid of. Those are. I used to be one of those.
Well, bro, you've done your time, right?
Hey, I paid my dues.
Would you ever have been a car racer?
I had the pleasure of going on the track a couple of times with this show I do called Kurt Loves Cars, and I was very lucky to be on a couple of tracks. Had a blast. Love the helmet.
Didn't let you back though.
No, never. Or have the car back for that matter. You know?
Listen, good. I think out of everything I've taken away here, your Hollywood movie accent is right up there. Can you hype up and sell your show,
please?
Okay.
The one that's happening, that full 360 moment in the full-on Hollywood voice.
Let us see.
Tied up on our camera there.
Just-
camera one for you.
Just when you thought it was safe to come out of hiding, Kurt Kunrad with his brand new show, Funny Side Up, coming to the Baxter near you.
Are they back? Oh, there it is, eh? I love it, man. How the Baxter Street cred has just risen. We absolutely love you, Guy. Thank you so much. And I hope you really can savor this moment for yourself. I know it's very much for your fans and the people coming out, but this also feels like this is a moment for you. So enjoy it, man.
Thank you so very much for having me, both of you. All of you.
Oh, man,
Cheers.
we appreciate
Love
you.
you, man.
I hope that you can celebrate this moment and the rest that are coming your way, and we get to celebrate it in style. Because, yeah, the Rockets are going to be doing exactly that. Let's celebrate. Let's bring on entertainment, because this is new generation. Let's go.
We're going to go perform for you an old school love songs ballad. You Are My Lady, Kisses in the Moonlight, and Shake You Down. Let's go, guys.
There's something that I want to say. What sometimes gets in the way. I just want to show my feelings for you. Woo! There's nothing that I'd rather do than spend every moment with you. I guess you should know I love you so. You are my lady.
fashion, absolute. We've just been getting masterclass, 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 masterclass everywhere you look. Don't say a word, okay? The funny time is over. Now we're going to put your hand motor skills to the test, I think.
Motor skills, it's the Bacomo OT sorting game. It's going to get interesting, and we're going to go head-to-head, and we're going to see if Kurt Skoenraad can sort out his life. By his life, I mean his OTs. And we're not going to stop there, because we also got some incredible options for the little ones. Yes, Woolworths are coming through, and I think the season's getting a little bit chillier, so let's see what the kiddies can be wrapped up in when we talk about all the good stuff, and you don't need to go anywhere. We're going to plug you in on it in just a bit.
What is it even?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Time to get inspired by the new season, because it is getting a little chillier outside, and we are here for those cozy times, from hooded jackets to beautiful fleecy layers and knits. Woolies Kids Winter Essentials bring all the warmth and comfort that your little one needs. And Ayanda Shabalala, the kids wear buyer at Woolworths, who has a very cool job, is here to give us the inside scoop on what's hot and toasty in kids wear this winter. Thank you so much for being here. You look exquisite. You are rocking winter. Is winter your season?
Oh, definitely. Layering is quite important for the season, and I'm here to tell you how to do it.
Would you mind standing up and just showing off your look?
So
because
much pressure.
No, you've got it, girl, because you look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
wow. Set the tone. I'm getting oohs and ahs from upstairs. We love it. Okay, so you've qualified for the job. That point has been proven. No, we love Woolies' approach when it comes to kids. I was joking earlier saying it's the only clothing range I know that outlasts my kids.
Oh, wow.
Because normally they outgrow everything, and but now I have to do hand-me-downs because everything is perfect. So the quality is there. But there are trends that are emerging that are just beautiful, and some natural, some bright, some popping. What stands out for you when we look at colours, patterns in the kids' range?
So it's quite an exciting season for kids wear this winter. What we do see is overarching themes coming through for the boys. It's like your outdoor cabin core kind of look and feels. We're going to see a lot of big cars, 4x4s for the boys, for instance. We're going to see some dinos coming through, some monsters here and there. You never know what you're going to get. And then in the girls, it's very pretty and femme. So your bow details, sort of your florals coming through, and the colors, well, pastels for the girls and boys slightly more vibrant. So you'll see your yellows coming through, your reds, your punchy greens coming through. And all of that is underpinned by your naturals. Quite important to tone it down with naturals.
Yeah,
quite earthy tones, you know, coming through. So that's quite exciting.
And everything you're saying is like my two kids are here with their little wish list of things that would make them excited.
Yeah.
Because my son will often look at a t-shirt and he's like, but Dad, it's got no color on it. It's got
right.
nothing, it's like boring. I'm like, how does he know to appreciate that? But little boys want vibrancy and want color. Little girls want detail. They want to be able to treasure an item when they get it. Let's look at this beautiful rail because it is beautiful. Talk me through some of the looks that stand out for you.
So I'll actually take you through our key items to have for the season. So you mentioned layering items for the kiddies. T-shirts, yes, it might look boring, but it's quite important for the parents. It's quite warm. Practical, you can feel it. Has that suede finish just to retain and maintain that warmth at only R79.99.
Oh, wow.
If I had to tell you how much this puffer is, you'd actually fall off your seat.
Okay, I might.
Literally only $2.59.
Wow.
So for the boys, it comes in two colors with the beautiful rubberized print of a dino, as mentioned.
At that price, you could literally, you don't have to buy 2 sizes too big so that they can grow into it for next season. You can get one for each year.
Every season and update the color, obviously updating your wardrobe, right? For girls, pretty pastels with a flower detail coming through.
And it looks premium, which is key. In a puffer kind of space, it needs to look the real deal.
100%. And what's quite important for layering as well is our fleece bottoms and tops that are coming through in plains and prints. For girls, quite exciting, you know. And then you got your one-ups, for instance, which is your bow details that I spoke about.
That's gorgeous.
And in the boy space, you can find these exciting sort of Mickey Mouse-inspired items.
Brilliant.
And then these can actually be paired with some rocking denims. How hot is that? With the Mickey Mouse.
Now, you can't have your, like, 4 or 5-year-old cooler than you, okay? That doesn't work anymore, man. Oh, that is too trendy and too cool. Oh, those are beautiful. I'm looking at this, and there is a level of functionality. The style stands out. How do you get that balance between the comfort, the quality, and the functionality? Because you guys just hit that sweet spot.
Right, so customer is quite important to us all the time. Anchor of it all is our kids in the center of everything we do. What we then focus on is trying to put our durability cap for the parents. You know that children grow so fast, so we must make sure that our quality is on par. So we collide these worlds together, bring them together, and make sure that we bring the hottest items for you. So quite important is the fabrications that we source. We use sustainable fabrications, responsibly sourced. So our BCI cottons that come through in our fabrications, for instance, that gives that quality and that durability and that stretch, for instance, for the babies to play in. And then we use innovation and safety to actually just round everything up. So what's quite important is nickel-free trims, for instance. In our hoodies, if you have like a draw cord, we tack it quite in place to make sure that there's no choke hazards and stuff like that, just for safety. And then for our woven bottoms, we've got elasticated waists that can be adjustable for the little ones so that they can grow in it.
It's like they're made by parents, for
100%.
Parents with kids, and I absolutely love that. We've got some amazing shoes here, but we've also got some amazing models here that kind of bring it all together beautifully. So maybe we can bring our young superstars in and you can take us through how you can layer up this winter.
Oh, they look so awesome.
Oh, hello, gang.
So we've got our little ones here wearing our puffer and our parka jackets. What's quite important when it comes to layering, I always call it the 3 steps. So number 1, you need a to protect your skin. Number 2, you need to make sure that you retain the heat within the body. And number 3, you protect the babies from any weather conditions.
Wind, chill, water.
What's quite important is to layer with essential items. So you can see the tops underneath. You can find it in our essentials department, where it kind of keeps the babies warm. The fabrication we use is like heat generation, so it whisks away the sweat, but also it retains the heat
keeps that
within.
heat.
Yeah, when the babies are quite cold.
Do you have a lot of parents coming saying, I want that in a grown-up version? Because you guys
100%.
look so cool.
So the nice thing, Graham, is that fashion has trickled down from adults to our young ones. So there's a lot of mini-me's coming through. You can see how cool they look.
The oversized jeans with the... it's just too cool, man.
I mean, you can definitely get that for yourself as well.
I love it, man. Absolutely beautiful. Then you've got the shoes, the accessories to do those finishing touches. You guys are amazing. They look amazing, and I think a lot of kids are inspired out there. The bottom line is these are investment pieces that aren't at investment piece prices, which is beautiful. Any last advice for parents approaching winter when it comes to their little ones?
Literally take care of your little one. Make sure that they're away from anything that is not good for them, like the weather is quite terrible. Protect their skin, as I mentioned, in terms of layering, and you'll be fine.
And layer up. I love it. Oh, thank you so much, my friend. Make it a fashionable winter. Make it the best season ever. Shop cozy winter essentials for your little one at Woolies right now. You can do it in-store, online, or on their amazing app.
And of course, we couldn't let Kurt go anywhere. We're going to use him for the entire morning and take as much of the funny from him that we can. And I've got a question for you right now. Who's got the fastest fingers and the best sorting skills? Well, we're about to find out. It's time to put those hands to the test in today's Bokomo Otis Flavor Sort Challenge. And we've got our two competitors ready to go head-to-head against the clock to sort and stack. One hand, 3 flavors, and a whole lot of crunchy chaos. And yeah, competitors, G-Man and Kurt Skundert in the building. And it's really simple, guys. I'm going to explain this game to you. Mzansi, pay attention because it's going to get wild, right? Both of them are going to get an opportunity to do the following. There's a bowl filled with a mix of bubblegum, chocolate, and original Bokomo Otis, right? They're going to have to sort this out. They have 2 minutes to sort the Otis out into 3 separate piles by stacking each flavor onto its own straw. Now, you can use only one hand, Kurt. One hand.
Only one hand.
My strong arm.
Your strong hand.
Very good.
All right.
So, guys, 2 minutes is all you have to essentially sort out all 3 different colors onto the designated sticks. You can use whatever stick you want. Finesse gets you extra points. And I'm going to bring the clock down.
Feels like something an OT would do, funnily enough, okay?
That's true. Could I ask you sorting skills? Is it like the jokes in your mind, or is it just chaos out there?
It is absolute chaos. I have ADDD. This is good. It's going to be a challenge, but you know, I'm in there like swimwear.
I know there's another way of saying ADD, but my attention span's too short to remember it. So ADHD.
All right, gentlemen, well, let's find out who is the sorter of the day in 3, 2, 1. Challenge begins. Let's go. 2 minutes. G-Man going with the nice intricate strategy over here.
All right.
Kurt, ready or sorting out his second color?
There's things moving, bro.
Okay. You got it.
All right.
You're calm under pressure,
Wait,
Kurt.
You must tell us. Wow.
This is not as easy as I thought. Okay.
I've never done anything like this before, I think.
Okay, hold on. One hand, you say, eh?
One hand, bro.
I feel like you're going to
strategy you want. Oh, dear.
You almost said, wait.
Got two. Kurt, the ambition was real, but keep going, bro. The time is still there. We can still beat G. It looks like his finesse did not pay off. But the comeback
listen,
can be strong. You have 75 seconds left. Let's go, people.
Where are my chocolates? I feel like I'm underserving the chocolate OTs. Come, little chocolate
and for
guys.
some reason, the one-hand rule, does it still apply, Kurt?
Well,
you
yes,
might not
of course it applies.
No, you might not remember that you said it.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
G-Man, you're looking good now. We're looking good. We got 60 seconds less than a minute. Come on, Kurt, you can catch up, bro. I believe in you.
I got a color issue here.
We forgot.
I thought you weren't political, dude. I thought you weren't a political.
Are you colorblind? We didn't actually check that.
No, this over here is my Mitchell's plain straw. Oh yeah. I got this one waxed. This one.
Hey, G-Man, I must say, is doing very, very well here.
Do we get to eat these afterwards?
You might. With such a grand performance, you'll definitely get to.
I like literally have to tie my hand behind my back.
Kurt might not get to because he's got nothing on his stick. So he's just eating a stick.
No.
Are you allowed? I didn't even know we were allowed to. I'm going to eat one.
Good, changing the rules as we go here.
I just had breakfast as well.
Oh, the bubblegum is nice, eh?
G-Man just snuck some energy in
So
there.
can I do one hand at a time instead of one
A
hand?
10-second countdown is about to begin.
Can you do
And
more than
10,
one at the same
9,
time?
8,
Eh?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait.
Hands down, hands down.
I don't know what
Wow.
No, you came strong at the end, eh?
I was very good up to that point there.
Could you have anything to say for yourself?
The Baxter Theatre from the 12th to the 17th of May. Funny side up, right here.
Oh, man. Well, we might need to actually see it OT. I think we might need to go back to our childhood.
Listen, I appreciate the strategy and the finesse, but look, it's all about fun at the end of the day. And we're talking about Bokomo's OTs, which are
So
the perfect, all the time, anytime cereal snack for the young and heart. And it's made with real oats and packed with grains, vitamins, and minerals. And every bite delivers crunchy and playful treats at that. And a reminder, it's available in a variety of delicious flavors, including original, chocolate, and bubblegum. And there's a fun Bokomo Otis flavor for everybody to enjoy. And with that, gents, I want to say congratulations, Kurt. Thanks for hanging around with us this morning, man.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely
Great leg, my
appreciate
brother.
you.
Much
Look forward to the
appreciated,
show at the Pastry. It's going to be nothing but a spectacle and a funny one at that. So, Mzansi, get involved in it. And here's a reminder, Bokomo's OTs, the stuff we've been playing with here, it brings fun to every bite. And just like this challenge, you can take part in the Bokomo Powerball competition and stand a chance to win big. You've seen it on the show. Do you want to know how to get involved? Here's how. Good luck.
Start your day with Bokomo and start winning. Enter the Bokomo Powerball competition and stand a chance to win your share of 3 million rand in cash and prizes. Buy any participating Bokomo cereal, upload your till slip to Bokomo's WhatsApp line at 074 666 0900 and you could be selected to play live on the Bokomo Powerball game show, where even bigger prizes await. Competition closes 4 May 2025. Entry details and T's and C's at bokomo.co.za.
That was fun.
Oh, that was amazing.
Well done,
we
brother.
loved Kurt, man. And hopefully you get a chance to see him on stage again at the Baxter. Web tickets is where you can get your tickets. Absolutely amazing. I had the privilege of being a part of a mass kind of sterilization with AfriPause a couple of
nice.
weeks ago. I had no idea in Vrygrond the level of community engagement. I mean, there were people rocking up with their shirts off to put it over their cats and dogs in the rain. It's just amazing. So we're going to plug you into one of the most purpose-driven days I've experienced. Absolutely beautiful.
I
man.
can't wait for that. And of course, more music coming through. The Rockets' new generation are going to send us through into the public holiday, which is tomorrow. So we've got every reason to get excited, and it's happening around the corner.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, and Zanzi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And let me tell you, everybody on the show has been feeling good, but we're not needing to forget those that make us feel good constantly. And that's our pets, our furry animals, the one we absolutely love.
There is a kind of magic that happens when a community comes together, not just for each other, which is great, but for the animals that are in their care. That brings so much love into our lives. And at AfriPaws April Pet Clinic, I was blown away. I experienced that spirit in a level I seldom do. Volunteers gave their time, vets offered expert care, and pet owners who would walk miles with their furry friends in the rain came out in their numbers, all with one goal: to give vulnerable pets the support they deserve.
I absolutely love this, man. Now listen, it was a day filled with kindness, with connection and wagging tails. And I think definite proof that when we come together, we can absolutely do something incredible. Speaking of incredible, see it firsthand right here.
Looking at the hundreds of pet owners, both dogs and cats, who have rocked up for the free pet clinic here in Vrygrond at Capricorn Primary School, being hosted by AfriPaw. Clearly, pets matter here. But today is about a lot more than just a checkup. There is a lot of love here. It's about education, about shifting culture, and yes, a whole lot of wagging tails. Come on. Anel, come rain or shine, ain't nothing gonna slow you down. Take me inside how AfriPaws do what you do.
AfriPaw was established in 2017, and we've been working in the community of Vrygrond. It really is a community integrated program with a focus on free mass sterilization and access to veterinary care. Just because you have less money in your pocket doesn't necessarily mean that you have less love in your heart. And we want to make it possible for the community of Vrygrond to look after their pets. So our monthly pet clinics is a vehicle or a platform whereby people can come to the school and benefit from parasite control for their pets, vaccinations, sterilization sign-ups, and there's also free food for people that have sterilized their pets.
I come here every second Saturday, every month.
Wow.
Consistently, because I love dogs and I want to do everything I can to help them, because they live, unfortunately, in an area where they don't really get the care that they deserve or need. I do this because the love I have for dogs is like, you can't even describe the love I have for them.
What has blown me away the most about today is seeing the lengths that pet owners will go to keep their fur babies safe. Now, Anele has taken it a step further here. He's literally sacrificed his own warmth and comfort for Bernice, who is his gorgeous cat. You probably can't see very much, just those captivating eyes.
For now, Bernice might seem like the quiet type, but as soon as she gets comfortable, she is very feisty and she's super hyper. She has a lot of energy. It was one night I was walking with my cousin, and then we looked down and we saw this, the small cat just in the cold shivering.
Oh man!
And then, like instinctively, like we just picked it up and then decided we were gonna keep it with us.
Now, our beautiful pets today are receiving specifically the Next Guard range for dogs and the Next Guard combo for cats. Very broad range protection. We're talking ticks, fleas, mites, and a host of intestinal parasites. When it comes to the Next Guard range for dogs, so easy to administer. In fact, I think the dogs come asking for them. They're a tasty, chewable, really easy to give. Then the Next Guard combo for cats, it's a topical treatment that has a very broad spectrum of protection. Ticks, fleas, mites, all the usual suspects, and of course heartworms and intestinal parasites.
We see a lot of fleas, ticks, mange, intestinal worms, all things that are very preventable. And that is why Next Guard Spectra, and Next Guard combo for cats it's like a piece of gold in this community.
For sure.
Because it prevents disease before it actually becomes serious, and it also improves the general health of the pet and reduces long-term veterinary expenses. And obviously disease can be passed on from pet to pet, but not only from pet to pet, from pet to human. So by intervening and by making pet care accessible to the community, we are ensuring not only the health of the pets, but the health of the humans, the children, and the entire community.
Since we've been giving NextGuard, I can see the dogs come in here with hair growing on them again. They're coming in not covered head to toe with ticks. The owner goes, wow, my dog is so much happier, so much more comfortable. We don't see biliary as much anymore. We don't see a licky as much anymore. So I can see the massive difference of providing free tick and flea treatment in our patients that are here.
You put yourself at risk. Why do you do this?
It does help me more than it helps the dogs.
Really?
Because to me, it feels like it's some sort of a purpose, because at the end of the day, you need to look at the bigger picture, and if this is what I need to do, then I have to just take it and run with it. It brings so much joy to me because it shows that there's though we might have a whole lot of bad happening around us, but there's also good within it.
I do think that you can tell a lot about a society by how it treats its animals. If kids see animal cruelty, they will learn that cruelty is acceptable. And these kind of incentive programs where people are wanting to be here, there's an incentive scheme around tracking your attendance, getting that gold card, not having to queue, bringing your animals every month, which means free care, the tick and flea control. It's great work that's being done here. And then we'll try and encourage and twist our mayor's arm and see if at the end of our financial year with what funds are left, we can do a little bit more to expand these clinics to 2 or 3 further locations.
We have to register all the dogs and cats that attend the clinics. We need to keep on top of all the information. So whether they've been sterilized, whether they need treatment, if they've been dewormed, because we can't deworm dogs too regularly. One of the ladies who was taken to the front now, she's an older lady, she was just saying, bless you, thank you for coming out here and doing this. In the beginning it was very, very hard. I found it very difficult to see the state of some of the animals, but now they are so healthy and so happy. It's fantastic.
Dogs are like same as a human being person. They also get cold. They also need food, same as us. That's why I thought I need to help out here. Also I'm matric, I have schoolwork, but I thought sometimes there's no school, I come here. My pets are like my brothers. I really love my pets. So when I see them loving their pets, it's like great. And they think that how I treat the pets right now, they see okay, if he can do that, maybe I can also do that.
I am blessed to be involved in many moments like this, work with some amazing organizations on some pretty big campaigns. I don't think I have ever experienced this level of community engagement. So to NextGuard, to AfriPaw, to this combination, you have hit on absolute gold. Now we just need to copy and paste. Head over to afripaws.org.za, look at their pressure points, look at the metrics and see how you can fit in. And then most importantly, turn to your furry baby, give them lots of love, and most importantly, the care that they deserve.
Bro, come on, how special is to see the connection with the local community and the animals and what it means to them.
Absolutely
Wow.
beautiful. And government was there, people were understanding. JP Smith was there, kind of getting that data. This is the perfect equation. So Freigron, thank you so much. That was an unforgettable experience.
Yeah, man. Close to our hearts is everything that's happened this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we've got one more performance to look forward to and an opportunity for you to win some moolah. So Mzansi, don't go anywhere. As you can see, the Rockets, new generation standing by to send us home and into this semi-longish weekend.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Are you ready to win and win big? Well, if you play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2, there is 44 million rand up for grabs today, or at least that's the estimated jackpot this Wednesday. So don't miss out. You can play Lotto for an estimated 28 million rand, Lotto plus 1 for 2 million rand, and then Lotto plus 4, we'll throw in an extra 14 million rand today.
Yeah, lots of millions, and this is how you do it. Buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. It's that simple.
You can ask us in person or go onto our socials for all of those details. Go and check them out, and just make sure that you put yourself in the running to win and win big when you play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. Good luck.
Oh yeah, good luck. Well, we don't need luck for this next performance, because serving us throughout the morning, and I've been so grateful for it, the one and only the Rockets, the new generation, are going to take us home. Let's go. The stage is yours.
There's a saying that goes, local is lekker. We're going to do 2 songs for you in a medley form by 2 icons in South Africa in the music and industry. By one song that's going to be by Malaika, and the other one, Winnie Kumalo, that says, Live My Life, Hlaupele Manza. You guys must enjoy.
Ndanda fela Dabu yanda tindimlo Wachula watishu Oh, aindi fundile Dambu yanda ndandena Baba bottom dimlo Baya li jonga Kulile, kulile, nditi
Oh, well done,